constantly swinging their arms, and the final boss fight can be pretty RNG depending on where the boss decides to stop its foot. It was probably my biggest time loss of the entire run. It was also half 5 in the morning at this point as well, so I highly doubt my epic gaming skills were up to par. But after multiple attempts here, I did finally beat the boss without receiving a single hit. I didn't end up giving this one a review at the time because I'm assuming I just went straight to sleep after this battle was earned. On this Sapphire scoreboard, I think this one deserves a solid 35. It is bad, but I do think it's a funny bad and not an awful bad. It gets to be a bit higher than the other. I'm grabbing this one though, unless you can pick it up because then you can't get what you pay for. Generation 8 seems to be the one where most people have understood that they couldn't just get away with the cash grabs. And I say most because you ended up skipping through the grabs over here to have the video game. Scoring 28. This is presumably an attempt at creating hype for the movie coming out later that month. Now, the game was good, as you'll soon see. Charging £40 for a low-effort movie-time game is insane, especially when the audience is primarily kids whose parents just want to buy stuff their kid is interested in, not realizing how much it really is. For the people that did this, let's say, this is a game in history. Why would you even pay £25 for great comes with something so common in society? Kevin Hart's character was so triggering, and it gives a bad rap to the glorious comedian. I genuinely believe that the Rock is playing the skin war. He looks like a potato on my back. Honestly, the scene of the game please expend your hard-earned cash on masterpieces like Grand Theft Auto. And someone else said, I bought this game yesterday and I've just finished the game in 1 hour. I kid you not, this game's graphics is so trash. It looks like it was built on a potato. Even Super Mario 69 looks better than the game. So it's blatantly clear that everyone that
we really need that power.
check this out.
Cindy's red was that's the sign.
These days, how much food does $5 really get you? Well, this is QT. This is QT.
Everyone that was older than 10 years old thought this game was a massive scam, and to be honest, I didn't grab it for £7 at CEX. I definitely feel the same way. Oh, we have been blessed. 2 in the morning, I got a nice monster. It was real clear just by reaching the start menu. This was not made with passion and love. I mean, this actually looks like one of those websites you go to school for your IT exam, and to make things worse, I was the only person in my school. I believe there is nobody at school. I'm literally, from what I see, one of the only people I was getting around. Which made all these unfair trophies potentially impossible without a boosting session, but we'll get to that later. I'm going to play my first game. It's The Rock. Oh, no break! That does not sound like The Rock, right? Oh, no break. Okay, man, I can already tell what sort of game this is, and I haven't popped the trophy yet. I am debating that I actually try to play the game. The main reason I was feeling this way is because of a very cool trophy called Sword. This requires you to reach level 30 in order to unlock every outfit in the game, and it assures you've got absolutely no luck. Wanting to spend every moment of it playing this game because you get fuck all XP to being a level. According to Anthony 1920 on the PSN Podcast Forums, the time the way the devs recorded is around 75 hours. 75 hours on a game that takes 1 hour to beat. Even though 1 hour is probably a good idea. Like, this is basically a shovelware, bottom of the barrel type game with one type close to the top of the lot. And a perfect example of this is right here in the first level. We get the trophies for taking down 20 enemies, surviving 5 minutes, taking down 10 enemies in 30 seconds. It's mostly like a shovelware game. taking down a heavy melee enemy, carrying the ball near an obelisk, performing 50 critical hits. I didn't know these trophies before. Taking up 50 weapon charges, only 11% for first level. Completing the trap room without dying, completing all the trap rooms without dying, and finally, completing the level without losing a life. Sorry. 10 trophies in the span of about 12 minutes, and the worst thing about it all is that they're not even hard. There's no challenge here, and it makes it even worse that these levels are just so fucking boring. If you had to hazard a guess at how many levels are in this game, I'm sure for 40 quid, you'd probably say upwards of 10, maybe 15 if the developers actually care. Well, how about I told you that there's only 4? 4 levels that can all be beat in around 12 minutes, and have the exact same layout, exact same tasks, exact same enemies, and are basically identical in every other way except visually. It's like they designed one map and thought, yeah, this is what the kids will eat up, let's make 3 more. And I'm really not lying here either when I say every single level is the same layout. You go through the starting area, do an obelisk, do a trap room, enter a random area, do another obelisk, and so on. It was so clear that this was just built for money that I didn't want to go through this repetitive gameplay loop alone, and if I could go, epic piss.
Oh, I'm not putting a shovelware game on my account. Yeah, I'm not doing this. Choco push. Heck yeah, I want that.
Yeah. Oh boy. Epic piss on our team. We went through the remaining 45 minutes of the game, and it was pretty clear he felt the same way I did about this masterpiece.
There's only 2 games on my profile here that I actually regret doing, and I know this is going to be the third one, so I'm just popping trophies left, right, and centre. So you know it's bad, so like a trophy to do it, not done.
Oh yeah, there was.
Oh, shots! No!
This level was only realised there's no waypoints whatsoever, and when every terrain looks the same, where are you meant to know where to go?
Is it like waypoints?
Okay, make it through the game work. We're on track meeting those games like that.
Weak, so weak. Wall.
When we finally figured it out though, we progressed and finished the level, earning a stupid amount of trophies for basically doing nothing. Let's go! We have a few trophies to pop. Team goals.
Team goals. Why not?
Keep going. Explorer. And top dog. And then yeah, we basically just went to the peak. House Inbar.
Why do I don't know?
Trophy to need to you can be earned pretty easily when boosting, as it requires you to pass the ball 100 times. This would be useful to pass the ball to the person closest to the obelisk, so we sat here for a good 10 minutes, passing it back and forth.
Mouse.
Oh, I got it. With you.
Wait a second, I've got a 4 drink. Woke up at 7 a.m. in the morning for breakfast. It's 7 p.m.
That's all under the lyric.
So flippy. Yeah. I just thought maybe you woke up early for breakfast.
We also figured out that doing the traps the way you're intended to do them is pointless, because the traps don't hurt you enough. There's a health pack at the end, meaning you can run through with ease. After this, there's another obelisk, and then the level is over.
Go on, Jay! Yeah, with me, guys.
Save your command. Let's go. With all 4 levels over, it was more or less just a massive clean-up slog. So we started with the remaining online trophies as there were 2 left. One being the only player alive when finishing the match. Lone Wolf. One for playing 10 online matches, which you can just cheese by ending your life over and over again. Or making friends. And another one for receiving 20 hearts, which, if done legit, would have definitely been impossible. Each player has 3 hearts. You can give 2 hearts away, you have to keep the final heart for yourself. This means that at a push, if the entire lobby was somehow full and everyone was on the same page, you could theoretically get given 6 hearts and earn this trophy in maybe 3 or 4 games. But this game is dead. There's no one online, and from what I could see looking at the forum, the online has always been dead. So this is where Epic Piss comes in to save the day. Once he uses 2 hearts to revive me, he can leave the game, and upon joining back, spawns in with a full set of hearts once again. This means that not only can you cheese achieve this
Dimorphodon
trophy
can make
very
short work of
easily. You
smaller
can actually get
opponents,
it done in a single
due to
game.
its large but
We
lightweight skull and teeth. Barely over a meter tall, Dimorphodon should be low on food, but its incredible speed and surprisingly strong bite make it fairly dangerous, especially on
It was
maps,
2 a.m. at
as
this
they tend
point,
to
and
attack
out of
in
curiosity,
groups.
I decided to
A
check
flock
the
of
browser,
angry
only
or
to find
hungry
people suddenly
Dimorphodon
playing the
can
game
take
and
down
joined
prey
the 2
several
random
times their
people, probably
size,
trying to
so
earn some
survivors should
trophies.
take them along
Leaders,
to hunt near where
real
a flock
individuals.
scattered.
It is not going to
Dimorphodon
like
is
the
one of the
first
creatures
full
on the
game
island
of
that is
Tropical.
easily domesticated and competitive, but its recent combat is like
Let's go.
it will hunt in large groups to seek out enemy dino riders directly, harassing them to no end,
Moving on to the
regardless
other
of the might of their
trophies, the
mount.
rest are pretty easy enough pointless, except for 8, 4 of which are tied to the character abilities, and 4 more which are for beating each level on hard and in 20 minutes. I already stunned 100 enemies with Ruby's boombox. Oh, I got this one. There's still plenty of Slender, Shelly, and House left to go through while attempting these hard speed runs. So we got to work. The first map we attempted was Mountain Fortress, and the step up in difficulty is noticeable, but it only seemed to step up towards the final obelisk, and that sucked. But for spending 15 minutes to reach the end, just for the game to spawn in a shit ton of enemies and not enough health, and we have to replay the entire 15 minutes again with each death. That was until an absolute legend called Gaming with Lacey joined our game.
Oh, heck
Yeah, and as it eventually turned out, with doing these trophies also with the 3 months secured, this level was way easier, as we had an extra player able to give their hearts when needed, and soon beat this level for the trophy.
You better team quickly, or you're dead. Ah, he's losing food quick. Holy shit.
Despite being one of the island's largest creatures, Diplodocus insula princeps is among the island's smallest sauropods. Instead of size and intelligence, Diplodocus developed faster maximum speed and
Oh, fuck no.
when fully mature, it generally only reaches about half the size
20,000 Torver?
Brontosaurus.
That's more than the fucking Bronto.
Is continued survival on the island confuses me.
Oh, hell no.
Big-headed and trusting animal.
I want to tame a low level so I don't have to feed it as many berries. I could not be bothered. Okay, perfect. 20 is fine. It's a really pretty Rex, but ball alright. I need him alive, you fucking asshole.
To safely transport 10 additional riders. These passengers often use ranged weapons to protect the creature, or to attack nearby enemies while on the move.
Okay, I have to feed it 4 times, great. Fan-fucking-tastic. What the fuck? Orange and blue. Let's see, what do we got? What do we got after this stupid? I mean, I could tame, like, a dire bear. That's different, eh? Oh. Let's say the next one. Alright. I need to go grab the other. That's my trank darts. I don't know if this is gonna be enough. Oh fuck. Fuck. Yeah, this is not enough, fam. Actually it might be. Oh my god, it is, it's enough, it's enough. Nice. Raw meat. This is kind of boring. I'm realizing. How long before it wants to eat again?
Your taxes, easy steps. Snap. Tap. Tap. Into a TurboTax. Don't miss the deadline. All by 4/15.
Enamel Kids provides 24-hour cavity protection and 2 times stronger enamel defense. For Enamel Kids.
At Burger King, celebrities don't rule the menu. You do. So tell us, what do you want?
How about the peppercorn BLT Whopper?
It's stacked with bacon, Swiss, and peppercorn ale. Try the latest in the Whopper by You series today.
Whether you're a seasoned off-roader or getting your vehicle trail ready, Harbor Freight offers rugged winches, lights, off-road jacks, and accessories for every need, and quality tools and equipment built to perform. Harbor Freight, your off-road destination.
This is the game. I can see why people dropped it, and I can't believe I'm now locked in. After performing a special trick, super tricky, and then a special ability. Oh shit. Okay. Oh, and that's why I wasn't working. Oh my days, specialist. The tutorial was over. I can't say I was any closer to even understanding what we were playing. Oh, she put that on the map. Or the one not. When you watch the movie about the little snail racing Formula 1 driver, the actual whole film is about going fast. It's got no correlation to the movie at all, except that
I am not moving an inch.
uses the environments and stuff. And
I'm gonna get Darrell.
So
we gotta go to that.
This game to the movie. In fact, I'd even go as far as to
Ah.
barely even hints at this being the gameplay on the box art, except for
Oh, that's not a water creature.
says you can jump, trip,
Ah.
stunts. In my opinion, a very vague set of words that could easily be interpreted as something you can do inside races. So there's no races. What can you actually do? Well, you have to ask. The gameplay loop in Turbo is in fact nothing more than a giant collectible. There's no story, there's no real goal, and to be honest, there's absolutely no reason as to why this game should even exist. It's the only task we're required to do. I've taken off a checklist, whether that be finding every collectible in a level, taking off all the tomatoes, finding all character icons, or let us just tell our Turbo. I shit you not, what you're witnessing on your screen right now is what I spent 25 hours of my life doing. And you know the worst thing about it all? These objectives are only 3-minute time limit. If you miss a single collectible, you restart and need to grab it again. Keeping that in mind, here is me failing the first check of the game for a good 40 minutes, because Turbo wasn't of course. There's a collector up there, and then you don't. You just don't get to speak to the guy. No, it's the same fight. You cannot get this collectible. Like, this was the first one of the entire game for this thing. Just for me to finally land it after wasting so much time. And then go on to run out of time, attempting another jump and crash out. What have I done to myself? I'm spamming the triangle.
Oh my
Wasting
god,
a minute again to
push
jump.
it down here.
And I've got to sit through a stupid loading screen. I'm actually crap, right? Funnily enough, a lot of the trophy
No matter
hunters in
what.
this game dropped it around the 11th
I don't know,
30% mark,
because
which is
it's
basically the same
five
thing as
minutes,
I was-
yeah,
I
I do.
really do understand why. As it ended up taking me a whole hour and 16 minutes to complete the first set of collectibles in the game. It took so long, in fact, that I managed to complete 20 objectives at Turbo and unlock the next level in the game, all while trying to grab these hot sauce packets. Now then, the remaining collectibles were more or less the same process. You need to find every tomato within the time limit. Nice. See, that one was actually doable. If the rest are like that, fine, you know, I can bear it. Then go ahead and play the level 4 times over for every character in the game, throwing unique tokens tied to them, which made this process boring as fuck. Fine, the collectibles are different, but the process is still the same. Drive around as a snap for
What?
3 minutes, reaching random areas of the map to find a photo.
A level 4.
This one was a little hard to grab.
Alright.
Forced me to restart and go again. I think all in all, this
Quite
first level
ass.
took me a good 2 or so hours. This was what I was doing.
Well, that's actually nice for me. Because I don't give a fuck about the level, I just need to tame it. So that's actually like best case scenario, to be honest. Because if I was trying to tame at 140, solo would be much more difficult.
You can see how low ties to the movie and barely have any content included. I will say, it seems like although the placement is different, obviously, automatic.
Hello, direwolves.
It is just one thing.
Fluff it. Let's tame them all.
The next area, while visually different,
Hey, Al.
What I did notice is that one of the main characters from the movie, Skidmark, was nowhere to be seen. I did a little searching online.
There's one.
Found absolutely nothing.
He should go down in one.
For this game are almost
maybe two.
So it's not like I can rely on by popping a question in 12 years later. Essentially, I was left on my own, and that's not really a good thing when you're playing a game as bland as this. A little below, under a potentially I've unlocked skin. There's apparently a cheat to unlock a skin of him or something, but then there's no confirmation.
How did I not bring me? Can I kill a warrior Lino by myself? Probably not.
So there I was, driving around as different snails, grabbing their icons, just wondering when Skidmark would unlock. The thing that was annoying about this is I'd have to go back through the previous levels just to grab Skidmark's icons, which just felt like such a pointless task.
Pick the best, forget the names. What's up, baby?
Oh, we got it. Wait, no, we did. Come on, The Order Truck is up next, and by this point I was getting kind of good at the game. The game's awful, don't get me wrong, you'll soon see me crash out multiple times. When you nail a good trick or keep the combo going, there is a slight dopamine boost to After spending a good hour or so trying to grab everything in this level, Skidmark just unlocked, and I can't tell what triggered this to happen. Skidmark, that is the last person for this. Oh, let's go. We now had no choice but to go back through every level so far and grab Skidmark's icons. While this wasn't exactly challenging, it did start to mark the beginning of the end for my patience with this game. Having to do the same thing we've already done just because the devs decided to lock it behind some random task is so dumb. But what truly broke the camel's back, as they say, was level 5. Because oh my fucking days, level 5 is awful. It's terrible. It's just this random train set from the background of a scene with impossible jumps to grab collectibles. And I can't imagine anyone playtesting this before its release. In fact, they couldn't have done, because I'm sure if they did, it would have been removed from the game entirely. This map is awful, like no correlation at all. Sick. I'm not gonna find that. I think the thing that was starting to grate me now more than ever was this 3-minute timer. Missing a jump, taking too long to grab anything, or just failing in general, would require me to go again with everything on that run being reset. A few times, sure, whatever, but multiple times a level, sometimes like back-to-back fails, and having to see all your progress in the last few minutes being wiped, it was messing with my head. And I think this level is the perfect example to show what I mean. There's two sections here, the table which has this train set on, and then the floor down below that usually has a few collectibles lying about. If you jump or fall off before grabbing stuff from the top, that is a reset. If you manage to grab everything at the start and then miss this jump here, that is another reset because you can't get back up the game at speed. And each reset just felt like I was losing more and more of my own time. Ooh, Skidmark control. Oh my days, bro, this is actually so shit. This is so shit. Now I'm stuck. Honestly, the biggest waste of time to me in my entire life. And this is coming from someone who just did Taming Dragon. I would say that these two are on par. This one is arguably worse because I can't just turn it off. I can't just put on a movie. I'm just bored of it. This map is so far out from what the room is about. Why are you on train set? I just don't get it. Grown man rages at a snail game. Oh, barely as well, like 10 seconds left. Stupid challenge, bro. These games are tweaking over most of the times. I just felt like I was being messed about, and although I paid like £8 at CX for this, they still shipped it at full price.
I turned it off.
See how that was even allowed. Something I did find out though was that
all I had to do is leave. How much?
While it was still named Turbo Super Stunt,
how much progress did I just lose?
Developers were still being
because of my headset. I should have just laughed. But
Pretty much a Mario Kart clone. You know, when you think of Turbo, you think of racing, which I would say this is the closest.
I'm so fucking dumb, man.
3 laps and everything. Fits well on the DS2000.
How was it trying to reconnect when it shut off?
Yeah, last place. Arguably, this is the bad time, so it's a bit weird. Like, they could have made this better graphics, you know, more advanced, and just chucked it on PS3, but instead they just made like a Tony Hawk sim instead. And after playing a few games of the 3DS version, it really got me thinking, like, how did they fuck up the console version this bad? Kart races can work on console too, and even back on the PS3, we had Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed, Little Big Planet Karting, and even Mod Nation. Sure, kart races have never been insane sellers, but it's not like this game shifted anywhere above 5,000 units anyway. Finally. Oh, super custom. Unlock all custom shells. Unless the final mission doesn't have character collectibles, I would have assumed there's still more to do.
How much progress did I lose?
Into this collectible slot.
See, I was doing so good. I teamed Dimitrodon, Direwolf, Dire Bear, Diplodocus. I teamed every dino starting with a D. Except the Dunkelosaurus or whatever.
Let's go! That was nowhere near. Oh, got them all. The final trophy of this mission requires us to do one last sweep of the character icons. Other than a few hiccups along the way, these have been pretty easy. If anything, they've actually been pretty repetitive, so I assumed this mission was going to follow that as well. But no, for some reason they decided to give Smooth Move the hardest icon set of the entire game. Whether this was a final stab at the player, or they placed them wherever and just hoped it worked out, this icon run was stupid, and it was mainly down to this jump right here. You need to follow a set path in order to grab everything up until this tackle within the time limit. But once getting up here was 4 out of 5 icons, you have a minute to hit an insanely high rail and grind up to the next floor. It instantly gave me flashbacks to the first ever jump I did in the game. It really threw me off. I tried over.
You know, Bortus, your shift is over soon, so why don't you just knock off early?
Are you certain?
Yeah, go. It's all good.
Thank you, Commander.
And now talk to him.
Oh my god.
Captain, what can I do for you?
Guys, what the hell is this? Our quarters. Okay, look, I don't know what's going on here, but we are all going to sickbay right now.
For what reason?
My analysis indicates that if you keep it up, it's only going to get worse. Until eventually you'll reach a point where you can't go 10 seconds without a puff. You understand that you two are going to need to support each other in this, okay? No smoking.
What's that smell?
Why does everybody want me to... Viltrumites will always be a threat to Earth. When do we leave? Andressa was a mistake. I love you, not her.
Fuck you.
He needs to go back.
You don't get to tell me what to do. Lock down the bridge and...
That's how you bring a key. Oh, that was a good time. I do that once a month for free. You won't believe it. But if we leave right now, we...
For grabs, and that trophy is 100% a single level. You're probably sitting there thinking this is going to be the easiest trophy so far. You know, knock out a few objectives and call it a day. It seemed that every single time I started to keep it into it, it became more and more of a massive time sink. I come to you guys with potentially the worst news of all time. What I didn't realize is that do every objective in the level time. That's not too bad. But apparently you've got to do every objective in the level with every character.
I can't wait to see how much progress I lost.
Characters, so I have to up
my headset disconnects.
5 times.
All I have to do is
genuinely
holy shit, or is it still only when it reconnects? Or it just crashes my game.
Guarantee even the players that made the stuff. I'm telling you, for like another 10 hours.
Alicia went to 4 engagement parties. She's done bringing a forced smile on surplus one. Here's a ring, Alicia. Say I do to Dirty Sweetness. For cereal? That's the spot.
It's hard to admit, I used to pay for fun service.
I still pay for fun service.
You need text night. It's the only phone service with only talk, text, and essential value.
I used to pay for phone service.
The universal way to identify a Pokemon is the use of
Once you
Drag rips Oliver's arm off to everyone's horror. Mark rushes to fight Drag, pushing him and punching him, managing to draw some blood from Drag's nose. While Mark shouts, he killed Conquest, and now he will kill Drag for all that. Then we see all the Viltrumites looking shocked, realizing Conquest was killed. We see Nolan punch Anissa, confirming to everyone Conquest was killed by Mark. As Mark is taken away by Venus, he starts to lose the faith against Drag, where we see Tech Jacket releasing an Infinity Ray beam into the planet Viltrumites and the others fly beside until it's just the Viltrumite trio left as the says to go even faster. The trio blasts through planet Viltrum as planet Viltrum starts to self-destruct as we see Onslaught behind them and Drag rushes towards Venus, and that's how Drag ripped.
So, Jenny, do you like the bullet?
Let's
go!
You got
any family, Dad? Not really. Not really. Either you do or you don't. It's a long story, Tony. What, we're diary now? Let's hear it. I have a brother somewhere, but it got more and more difficult to stay in touch. Curse of being a musician, I guess. Always on the road. Took quite the toll on my marriage as well. Your marriage? Was a good person, terrible grammar, but a kind soul. Unfortunately, I couldn't do a husband act and a concert pianist act. Couldn't seem to manage both worlds. Kentucky Fried Chicken in Kentucky. When's that ever gonna happen?
Hey, you want some?
I'm fine, thank you, Tony. This is the best Kentucky Fried Chicken I ever had. Right, let's just fresh it out here, right? I don't think I've ever met anyone with your appetite. I got the focus, so you could have some. I've never had fried chicken in my life. Bullshit. The people love the fried chicken, the grits, collard greens. Evil cooks used to make it all the time when I was young. Oh, what's up? Got any family?
So, how do I look? All of you or just your neck? I mean, both look great.
Smoochy, smoochy, someone's in love.
Stop teasing her, Sokka. Aang's just a good friend. A sweet little guy. Just like Momo. Thanks.
Man, sometimes I forget what a powerful bender that kid is.
Wait, what did you just say?
Nothing, just that Aang is one powerful bender.
I suppose he is.
How could you do this?
Stubbornness against the end kills those people. More need to die. It's up to you. Listen to what I'm saying. You know in your heart I'm right. You are listening, Mark. My time is here. Fresh meat. Delicious.
No law inside here,
Good luck. His last cellmate left no bucket.
Hi, what's your name?
Just pops the same flags over and over again.
You will vision.
I'm going around and casting 200 flags on the same flag. This is 200 flags.
Why are you here, Radcliffe? Do you mind?
Seriously. It's not like I'm even cheating it with farming flags. This is exactly
what can I do for you?
I wanted to see how Triple was doing.
I've known your incidents so far. Hopefully whatever you said to him has sunk in. I'm optimistic.
I wish to remove him from class early.
Sure. Any particular reason?
A family matter. This will provide the power you require. Thank you. Who is this? My son, Tupac. May we come in?
It turns out while this grind is needed
It is all right,
level, it comes towards
he has promised not to speak of what he sees here today.
There were still 6 objectives left behind, and I didn't have a single clue as to what they were. did a bit of searching.
It is a female. Her name is Bruce.
But there are no mountain females.
Only a few are born every generation. Some people fear them. That is why her parents have chosen to conceal her. Look at her, Toka. She is not so different from you or I.
Mark Grayson. Invincible. Come with me now, or this woman dies. Did you hear me?
These upgrade points are set on objectives, so I think you can see where this is going. This added an extra.
My name is Anissa, and I'm an agent of the Filter Empire. And if you think you can cross the space between us before I tear this woman's head from her body, you're welcome to try.
Just hit the realization that basically
To talk, somewhere we can speak alone.
It was probably the most run down judged out during the past.
If you leave without hurting her or anyone else, I'll meet you above us in the sky.
Just to get these stuff.
Be quick. Otherwise, I will return here and everyone dies. Beginning with her. Mark Grayson.
Captain Morse, this is Tony. I'll be asking when? No. In his box.
This game
He was a nice space. That guy wanted Charlie Ann's crew. He should have known.
Nice.
Ann asked me to look into it. Whole thing was over a piece of ass, right? They were out of line, so we swatched. You looked at Arnold Lester Skull when I got done. Thanks. Appreciate it. So spend some time with my family. I'll be still making something for you extra bucks. You buy something nice and a pretty little wife for yours.
I'm good. I'm flush right now.
It's 50, maybe 65 New Year's. You get it back. Hey, Liv, everything okay?
Well, you got big trouble, Charlie? Mind your business. Hey, Mr. Tony. Cecil.
This is about to be
Oh, shit. No, wait. We'll just wait. You've been spying on me? On my family?
It was for your family's protection.
So pathetic, Donald. Lapdog. Run now! It's been an honor, sir. Who are you talking to? So many.
Why did I'm gonna pack smokes.
Hey, sure.
Catch an apple, Doc.
Before we pull out, Tony, we need to have a talk. Oleg told me what you did. Greg, you stole a Jade Stone from the store. No, I didn't. He watched you do it.
I didn't steal no stone.
You picked it up and put it in your pocket.
I picked up a rock off of the ground. I steal from a box.
Now, why would you pick up a rock off the ground?
I don't know, because I ain't stealing. It's just a regular rock.
And why would you want a regular rock?
Go ahead. For what, man?
A lucky rock. Let me see. Take it back with you, boy.
I told you that rock was a snake. Breaks me out for something I didn't even do.
Pay for the stone, Tony. You'll feel better.
I feel fine. I ain't paying for no regular rock I found in the dirt.
Do not drive, Mr. Valamonga. Put it back. Feel better?
No.
If you like, Tony, I'd happily buy you the stone.
Don't bother. You took all the fun out of it. Why did
Oh, hey.
It's nice.
Couldn't have won that fight without you.
Oh, except we did.
They got home and ran away.
Still counts. Welcome, Invincible. My name is Robot. Apologies for Rex Explode. He's
Unbelievably awesome.
incorrigible.
And rude.
And boredom.
I'm okay.
Invincible. You guys have changed my life.
Which one of you do I look at when we talk?
Hey, Robot.
Enjoyed this video.
Find anything at the site?
The Flaxens come from a dimension with a faster temporal rate. As a result, the tachyons they emit spin more rapidly than our own.
Don't forget to download.
I've created this detector to warn us if they return.
because we almost missed all the explosions and the screaming and chaos.
It should give us a few minutes of bonus warning. Cecil and the GDA have also requested another pilot. And I just wanted to let you know that if the folks in the cockpit need any help up here.
You're in good hands. All in good.
What's wrong?
Well, these old planes were generally at the mercy of the atmosphere, but it's like they're going out of their way to hit the rough stuff. Every time we hit a smooth patch of altitude, they climb and dip.
What happens if we get hit?
Planes used to get hit by lightning more often than you think. Even old ones like this are designed to withstand when it's not too great.
What can I do for you today, sir?
Just been evicted from my apartment, so I have to withdraw whatever I've got in my account. Move my things out. I think I have to close my account. Probably going to be homeless. Mark Bounce.
Unfortunately, sir, the system is down right now, so I'm not going to be able to perform an account closure until it's back up. But I can help you with withdrawal. How much would you like to withdraw today?
All of it. What else left?
The system is down, sir. Can you tell me how much is in your account?
$800.
Sir?
$800.
Pardon me?
I have $800 in my...
Oh, the system just came back up. System seems to be back up, guys. Just a second while I access your account. You said you're withdrawing $800, correct? It says here that you only have $300 in your account, but you said you wanted to withdraw $800?
Yeah.
I apologize. It seems our system has made a mistake. Let's get you your $800. Do you want large bills or small?
Bills? Starch.
Here you go, $800. Is there anything else I can do for you today, sir? Sorry for the inconvenience. What can I do?
I'm almost 1,000 years old. 20 years with you. 20 years with you made me human. I know forgiveness is earned, not asked for, so I'm not asking for it. But Debbie, I am sorry. I am sorry for Glenn.
How dare you talk to my fiancé like that? You think you're talking to my Glenn over? You have no idea. I would say that you're a woman that I love and a woman that I admire more than anyone else, but I don't know who this woman is. This addicted person that you are right now, that's not the woman that raised me. What you need to do right now is you need to walk into that room and apologize to Candace. You know damn well.
After their usual public gimmick was a complete flop, every studio under the sun pulled out their publishing deals. The WWE series being sold to Take-Two Interactive, Ubisoft acquiring South Park The State of Truth, and Activision, of course, seeking out the most milk-worthy opportunity of the lot, the Nickelodeon game license deal. Even though this deal closed in April 2013, it would only take Activision 6 months to look up the
How far are we back in the future? Okay, could have been worse.
IGN commented, this simple, short, and uninteresting game just drops to the deck and flips every fish. Now, the story really piqued my interest, not only because SpongeBob itself is a massive IP, but because Activision has a tendency to chuck out anything it can for a quick profit. So I was curious to see just how bad this game could really be. I know what you're thinking, how is this a bad game? I get it. But facts do not lie. This is allegedly not just more or less a cash grab. It's kind of faded from existence. I've never heard anyone speak about this in my life. I did not know it was even real. Just go and capture it.
Seriously?
The game starts out with some kind of still probably
Now, Fred, kneel before me in my technological superiority. Your flimsy defenses are no match for my supercharged exoskeleton robot minions. The Krabby Patty formula is mine. You need more than a tin clown suit to outwit me, Preston. The Krabby Patty formula is perfectly safe in my new ultra-secure safe. You mean this? Ultra-secure safe?
Mr. Krabs?
The safe requires a special key to open it. You need 3 copies of the key, hidden in 3 secret locations, marked on this map. Thank you!
With the map stolen, you're tasked with finding these 3 keys before Plankton does, thus the game begins. Now at first, I thought this game game looked pretty good. The colours are nice, the combat works well, and I was really getting a feel for the overall vibe of this game. I mean, I was even a bit confused as to where these negative reviews could have come from, because I didn't find it that bad at all. I got a few trophies in this first mission, with the first trophy of the game being earned through unlocking the This is one of the many weapons in the game, and it needs 5 trophies. You need to upgrade every weapon for each character, but that is an insanely boring grind we will get to shortly. For now, with the Pickle Blaster in hand, I progressed through the level with relative ease, collecting sprockets and taking down enemies as I went. For a tutorial level, this isn't all that bad. I wasn't long before I reached the first free-through section. I don't really know the purpose of these other than to signify the end of a level, but after completing it,
Alright.
Skydiver.
Find these plastic keys, but I have one more thing I must do before I am on my way to world domination.
What's that, Clinton?
Destroy the lot of you as one. Sick of all.
I was gearing up for something.
I'm sorry.
What we get instead?
1.5%? What the fuck? Where'd you feed in the whole fucking river? Oh my fuck.
After painfully going through this 3-round fight, ranking goes down and we unlock a trophy for winning this encounter. Light road boss fight. Oh, seaweed squashed.
No! I'm just giving up this already and going home. And then I have tea for that.
This is a 100% design choice that they've made the character's face before they got aware about showing their This was a very common occurrence during this game, and as I said, it was 100% design choice, as the only real cutscene was the one right at the start of the game. And it was here that my mind shifted a bit and the cracks of this game started to come through. I wish I could say the game picks up and the reviewers are completely wrong, but if anything, the game seems to fall off more as you progress through the levels. All of World 1 looks pretty much the same.
Oh, do you think find starlight? Get the fuck out of my mind.
These little green-eyed robots and these red-eyed robots. And if it wasn't for these spinning things, you pretty much to run through these levels without a single thought in the back of your head. On top of this, it seems basically impossible to die, as they've placed chest after chest full of health power-ups during these levels. The point I'm trying to get across here is that this game is a massive nothing burger. There's no skill required, no real difficulty in the levels, and the enemies are so repetitive that I was already regretting this playthrough after the second level.
Saber-tooth salmon? Oh. Please.
They're all switching out there. Same thing again. One thing, I was thinking of this game purely for the trophies, and after purchasing all of Patrick's weapons, I finally got my next one. On to the gills. Out of these weapons, the portable tartar sauce ended up being the one I used the most, even to the point where I spent the time upgrading the other weapons, just to end up using this one anyways, as it's so much better than the rest. While progressing through the first world, I unlocked the bot wrecker, destroying 250 enemies.
Alright.
Oh, environment change. Let's go. Master Overloader, defeating 50 enemies by overloading them. Master Overloader. Hold on, I'll put the second power in there. I think it's 5 levels. Instead, the enemies switch up. If they don't, then I think that's when I can become.
How am I supposed to feed it to him? He's not fucking eating it.
And then everyday earbuds. I've always found editing videos to be extremely tedious when there's outside noise seeping through my overhead.
7%?
This is actually a problem.
It's not shit.
This entire time, and it wasn't until I put these everyday earbuds in that I realised exactly what I'd been missing. The active noise cancellation is an absolute game, as it blocks out external noises very well, letting me focus solely on making content. With 32 hours of battery life and a quick charge function, letting me experience 90 minutes of audio for just 10 minutes of charge. These earbuds are really going to become my everyday earbuds, and I'm all for it. The fit is very nice, doesn't fall out, and has a bunch of gel tips in the package to fit a wide range of ear shapes. With these being sweat resistant too, it's no surprise that they stay put and don't give me any earrings. Something I've experienced heavily with earbuds twice the price of these. If you're interested in getting a pair for yourself,
Level 8.
go to buyraycon.com/satire to get 20% off the best everyday earbuds. Thank you to Raycon for supporting the channel, and let's get back to some Dookie games. Before I could even think about my overall opinion on the first world, it very quickly came to an end only 45 minutes after unlocking the first trophy of the game. The boss fight here is essentially the same stuff as the one before it, dodging simple attacks while holding down the trigger to deal some damage. But it's almost easy you didn't before it. Simply jump in the same spot a few times, avoid some weird sticky ball things, and take the plankton robot down to complete the first
Alright.
trophy. This is peak gameplay. Nice, already all the way through the game, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. After watching the back of the characters once again, we can totally break the full part of doors, learning us decked out. Decked out. Okay, my fears are partly correct, I guess. It's changed a little. Oh no, yeah, I'm just saying. No. There comes a point where it's like, is the game only tolerable because, you know, oh, and Patrick is fun jumping. Like, this was any other thing and not SpongeBob. Is the game clearly really enough? And this was essentially the question I kept asking myself in this game. Minus the SpongeBob characters, what does this game actually have going for it? I mean, we're in World 2 now, and if the game didn't mention it, I would have immediately assumed we were still in World 1, as the enemies are the same, the environment is essentially the same, and the game clearly hasn't changed at all. Make it through some barriers, kill the enemies that spawn in. Make it to the next area, kill the enemies that spawn in. Break a few boxes on the way forward, kill the enemies that spawn in. I think even if I was a 7-year-old this game is targeted at, I'd have dropped it around this point too. I don't exactly know how long the game is. I'm the second world after 3. I think I'm probably halfway through the second world, so say about half through the game. There's just nothing going on. That is all I'm doing. I'm just hitting buttons, waiting for these nets to go down. Bunch of enemies will spawn in. And I'm just the same enemies. They just do constantly the same stuff. And I hate shitting on stuff that doesn't like deserve to be shot. I don't think SpongeBob necessarily or bad. The IP's well established now. It has so many seasons and so much stuff going on. It didn't need to power up such a low effort game. Johnny didn't have to.
What's up? Stop right there.
Unsurprisingly, this world is nothing new. The environment changed colours, which at least gave me something different to stare at, but each section will spawn in more enemies, and the process repeats. Something I did figure out though, was that you need to reach these upgrade machines in order to find your sprockets in case you die. Now, it would have been nice for the game to mention this, because I just assumed that dying was nothing to worry about, given how fast the rest of the game works. But no, dying is in fact a pretty big deal. Not only do you lose all of your sprockets that you haven't banked yet, but you also spawn in at the last checkpoint, usually nowhere near the previous upgrade machine. This means that you're now too far ahead to regain your lost sprockets, and essentially played the last 10 minutes of the level for fuck all reasons.
You joking? Oh. Watch me, you can redo that entire thing around. No, just restarted from here. You restarted with none of my...
Oh my god, really? That's crazy. Basically, I died. It reset me
14 on each one.
Which I would have liked anyway, but it was taking all of my sprockets away, and it's arriving on 9 now. So it's progressing into the level, and I can't regain the sprockets I had before. What's the point of that? Before long, our final fight was upon us. Probably the hardest boss of this entire game, and what the last 3 amazing hours of gameplay had led up to. Or I guess they could just repeat the same attack patterns as the last 2 fights. No way, maybe it is like a next to all of them. I mean, I don't know, could this be seen as like an easy, cheap way to do the final boss? I think it's cool to kind of face off against all the stuff we've already done, but given how bland and repetitive the game is, would that have actually been their intention, or am I perceiving it wrong and they were actually like, oh fuck it, we've already done enough boss fights, just merge it all into one. To give them some credit, the final phase of this fight was something new, but I mean, it's the most basic low-effort attempt at a final phase I've probably ever seen. Oh, it's challenging another little poke, I was like sat here like beaming it pretty much. There you go, he's down, and trophy. We finally got another cutscene.
There you are, me little beauty. From
than nothing but game.
valuable lesson. Oh, and what was that, SpongeBob? We learned that before
That's the end of the game. Fuck hell, man. I mean, I don't know what I expected, but I think it must have been just shy of 3 hours, but I'm pretty sure it's 30. And for that to be the ending too, I mean, it just sums up the entire game in that basically just showed us something with game and reason. The next 3 trophies are ones you can obtain when playing in local co-op, and these are super easy to do solo, reminding you of having 3 more controllers lying around.
God damn, bro. Leave me fucking alone.
we deal with the insurance companies for you.
Gabrielle turned her passion into a thriving business.
I fucking hate this fucking bird.
Take your idea online. Create and launch your website with Hosting AI. One place. Domains and hosting to emails and 20.
Why do you have to feed it so fucking many fish?
The best in the industry, and I can say that because I've worked with everyone in the industry.
Build the website, publish the portfolio, launch the store. Just go for it. Go to Hostinger to turn one day into day one.
I'm Henry Lee, and we're gearing up for a new season exploring time when it's thrill came before safety. No way more helmets were cramming into a phone. Kids weren't wearing any gloves when their tour always broken. There were no life vests or seatbelts. Yes, a real...
Oh, it's blood. This actually would have been pretty fun with the family back in 2013, but you know, here we are. There's nothing hard about these trophies really, as reviving 20 allies is as simple as spawning the other controllers in and letting them die a bunch of times. Oh, there we go. Go medic.
Alright.
Because you don't need all 4 players alive when the level ends, just that the 4 controllers need to be active and assigned to different characters when you do reach the end. Team Sponge, Team Sponge. Nice. With that, 6 trophies remain. The 3.5 hours I had just spent on this game bringing nothing to the 6-hour snooze fest I was about to embark on. As mentioned earlier, these trophies require you to fully upgrade the weapons for every character, and to be honest, I thought this was kind of a reasonable ask at first. SpongeBob would need his Smasher upgraded, Squidward might need his Clarinet upgraded, and so on. So there would be at least some reason to go through this game 4 more times. No way. Well, I would have thought at least, if they're going to make you upgrade every single weapon on every single character, at least the characters will have different variations of the weapons. So these are the exact same thing. I'm just upgrading the same weapons 4 times over. To take such a lazy approach to this aspect of the game not only ruins the immersion for me as a player, it also means these trophies are an extreme waste of time. To upgrade the same weapons 5 times over for nothing more than a few pixels on the screen is actually insane. With over 160,000 sprockets left to collect, the only thing I could do was stop crying and start the grind. I quickly wrapped up the remaining upgrades I had as Patrick. Oh, we're going to show you now. I'm going to have to max upgrade this.
Fucking hate this bird.
I think we got Master Star, issue being that.
And this is a really low level one.
Game and a little bit more to get that done. I checked on a few podcasts to write out these remaining hours of time I'll never get back. While going for SpongeBob's upgrades, I managed to complete a free fall section without getting hit. Oh, I did it. Yes, let's go. That's only like 3-4 attempts. So
no.
After upgrading all the SpongeBob.
Go in the water.
Okay. I don't know how many hours it's been, but
It's not impossible to fucking feed it to you.
Which means we are 2 down. 3 to go. Nice. Master Sponge. I feel like it's never ending. It's just the same shit, like constantly. Just replaying the same level, same level, same.
No! Fucking hate this fucking tame. This shit is actually ass.
When the grind is so boring and is basically taking the piss out of the player, I didn't really see any reason as to why I shouldn't save myself a few hours of my own life. The best this made
Ooh, 44 is really good.
It allows you to fully upgrade the portable target.
You can feed it one every few minutes, but the issue is feeding it to the stupid fuck.
Sandy. There we go, Master Squirrel. Lovely. And then eventually.
And this is a low level, so this is easy. Oh wait, okay, here we go.
This was the last gun.
Nice, 54, 54. Well, we're halfway, so I have to beat 3 more.
Repeating the same like 4 levels over and over and over again. Like I was really not a 3-hour YouTube video.
Maybe 1 more. Ooh.
The only character crabs. Unlike the other characters,
That should be more than normal.
it multiplies the amount of sprockets you get when it's active. This makes fully upgrading the weapons.
Damn, a 108 is crazy. That's actually really good.
Has a long platinum mission.
Okay, and then as soon as it's ready to feed, we're going in.
Unnecessary grinds, just like this one, that boost the playtime from a mere
Oh, they're pissed.
2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Probably scrape the 10.
So get over it.
What you know what I'm doing?
What you want me to do?
The last like 6 hours, like 32, 1.
Bro, hop off, hop off.
Get rid of this game. Get rid of this game. Mr. Crab, platinum subscription. I just sums up the game. I was like,
Nice, 72.
Yeah, I mean, I've said what.
Nice, really good, really good, really good.
The well-known IP doesn't mean to have the magic slot. Does this game deserve to be delisted?
Oh, fucking
I
drowning.
don't think Nickelodeon is pressing to ever bring this back to life. It's a beloved IP, but for some reason it doesn't get treatment when it literally did not need to. To sum it up lightly, it was just Activision being Activision. Now, this might make me sound like a flipping old man, but back in 2008, Madagascar Escape to Africa released on the Wii, and I played this constantly. Growing up, we didn't have much, and I can only assume I was sat on the cold floor trying to build a plane with the penguins. Looking back,
I don't want to take it because I feel like he's going to get pissed.
well,
Not worried about the plane. We have a nifty plan and put together a great set of documents.
it holds a very strong place in my heart for the early gaming years of my life. So imagine my surprise when I found out not only did they make a follow-up to this game, it was also delisted back in 2015, 3 years after it was
That's cool, they actually fight back. Ooh.
making it the perfect game to play for this video. And
No.
a very iffy Metacritic score of 45. It seems it didn't really hit as well as the previous title, which got a score of 62. The official
Fuck.
gave it a 30, stating that it's fun for none of the family. While Game Reactor said there's so many good games out there that we have to command you to avoid this one, even in spite of the colourful graphics. It seems the general reception of this game was pretty bad, but surely these reviewers are absolutely waffling, right?
85. That should just be 1 more. Hopefully, 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 hopefully. I'm not worried about raptors. I'm so beefed up.
Surely not. The basic plot of this game is that the crew, Alex, Gloria, Marty, and Belmont, purchased a circus with the hopes to return back to New York. There's 4 cities that we perform
No matter
in.
what.
We get to the first one, we are chucked into a tutorial to learn the basics of the game. Right away, we are asked to choose our character. Absolutely nothing. As 5 seconds later, we are asked to switch between the 2 characters anyways. I'm not playing with Gloria though. Okay. So what was the point? What's the point in asking me to pick my character? Something that stood out to me right away was the
Oh, would you say goodbye? The stars ain't letting us. Would you the fuck?
insane. During the tutorial, we learn the abilities of each character.
98.6. Fucking course.
Gloria being able to swim in the water.
Oh, would you say goodbye? The stars ain't letting
Alex
us.
being able to double jump.
Would you get the fuck out of my mind?
This is literally so peak, guys. That's Sandra. Surely not. Each of these characters kind of coexist.
Won't you get the fuck out of my mind?
It's actually a pretty cool concept.
Oh, she said goodbye. Finally, get the fuck out of my mind.
Feels like it was heavily built on the hope that you'd be standing
What
so that
again?
both characters on the screen can be moving at the same time. This was a tutorial that the issue because I was only 20 minutes into the game and didn't want to judge it too
Good boy.
early.
Stay right there, you stupid fuck.
Oh, and
You're not going inland, you bastard. Fuck you. Fuck you. You stupid fuck.
My fears were correct. If I asked you to grab a certain item and then
Fucking obese bastard. God damn. Oh, what the fuck?
And really would have left me stuck playing this as a wait, what age is
You really do get insane nourishment. What the hell?
No way, man. Bro, at 3 years old, I would have barely been able to hold a controller, let alone boot up this peak movie playing experience and know what to do. I'm confused, man. What is the actual task here? You're essentially left to figure it out for yourself, walking slowly around the map, looking for any shiny object or specific character to interact with. Oh, and did I mention that there's also animal control officers roaming the streets as well? Yeah, these guys are
Oh, to say goodbye, the flowers you lay me on. But you get the fuck out of my mind.
to escape. Serving is more of a major annoyance than anything security.
6-7.
After strolling around for a bit, we eventually unlock the city objectives. These are different from the mission objectives that Skipper has to do, but the thing is, over the multiple missions you do in the city, these objects are everywhere, and unless you truly go out of your way to purposely avoid them, you're going to complete these tasks very easily. So what is the actual point of them being in the game? After 10 minutes, running around, dragging the two characters along, we finally
Oh, to say goodbye to the sun.
Where is this guy going? How are you going to make this sort of being on controlling character then you? It's like when you load up as Trevor and you half of it come out. After this point of mission,
Hey, audio. I like audio. If it cuts out, I have to leave immediately. Wait until it, glitches out or whatever. Realize and all this on my progress, because I'm not a fan of losing all my progress for no reason, so.
It became very clear that I had already experienced basically everything the game had to offer, as we were tasked with yet again collecting something for the circus. And spoiler alert, we'll always do the entire game. Running around for a good 10 to 15 minutes, trying to find a path to grab the mission-specific items, and then doing a random mini-game before doing it all again. And I know it sounds like I'm sat here ripping this game apart, but it actually goes from
Urban Emeralds. Oh.
with no guidance. Summit, like some fucking direction. There was a waypoint for the item we just grabbed. Now there's not even a waypoint. Nothing in the sky to tell me. It was kind of just already I can tell that.
Oh, okay. I have enough.
Very poorly chunked.
These look like fucking lemons.
Get out the players. We want sales. Now I need to give Skipper the garden. Not in where the lack of information comes into play.
I need 4 of those, 4 rockets, 2 narc, and
this isn't a game aimed at me. This is a game
6 pelt or something. I should have all that.
Aimed at 3-year-olds, and I'm the one having no clue what is the
Okay, 4 of those.
3-year-olds just meant to run around the first level and be like, yes.
Wait.
To save you all the pain of watching me doing absolutely nothing productive for a good hour or so, let's just get to the circus at the end, as this is what the mindless fetch tasks are leading up to. We're asked to
Actually, very simple, but like the greenhouse or whatever, it's really nice. This one's like really expensive, but I need those, and wait, what do I make it? Probably in a chemistry bench. Oh, to say goodbye. It's time. Oh, I need 16. Fuck. Okay, that's fine. Narcotic.
The circus itself was an alright switch up from the norm. It was essentially just a few mini-games tied together, but after strolling around doing nothing this entire time, it was nice to do something different. A bunch of trophies can be earned here, as you're required to get 5 stars in each circus.
Okay. And then quickly.
So
I only got 4.
Would go absolutely insane.
So
this one is pretty simple.
14.
Doesn't matter what the other person gets, as long as you
barely enough. Damn.
Yourself. This stayed true for the other events too, as we recall when 5 stars.
I need to fucking hurry because they spoil in like 4 minutes.
The cannonball out.
Not really looking forward to it.
Way too long.
Oh, shit. So I actually don't have enough for the lemon fucking things yet. Still. Which is... Oh, I can't put it back.
due to the AI on this one being surprisingly good and hugging the swing with the need for the higher points.
Wait, is it 14 or 16? Yeah, it's 16. Fuck.
Regardless, as quickly as it started, the circus event was over. I didn't really feel any happiness here though, only regret that I never decided to start this one.
3.5 hours. Should be enough time.
Like around the story, because the gameplay is just not hit. The person not actually that bad, you know what I mean? I thought going back to 5-star the trapeze act, 5 stars, nice. That counts right.
Don't matter, right? I can't look because of you fucking up. I do my best to fake that I'm good. My face is done. Oh, won't you say goodbye?
It matters where you stay. Book your spring break now. Hilton, for the stay.
I am interested in becoming someone.
Get yourself your own advice. You don't squat it.
I used to be for phone service. Every month I would watch my hard-earned money disappear. All from that time down contract.
Should get Roman service superstar. Yes, that regret only sank further and further as we reached the next location, the city of Pisa. Not only did this look exactly the same as Rome, but the specific character objectives here are way harder to understand. Again, the lack of direction didn't help, but it took me 12 minutes walking around the map, all out of my brain, before I figured out that I needed to push this car as Gloria to access the Reaper's Island. The objective is exactly the same as before though. Speak to Skipper, just ask for finding an object, and then try your best to navigate the bland environment trying to access it. To save time, let's just jump straight to the circus event, and right, this is exactly the same as the Rogue one too. So essentially, all they did was create a gameplay loop that was fun for maybe 1 hour max, and then rinse this for 4 cities with the ending being exactly the same for each one.
So there's basically no variation to the circus. I would have hoped there would be different missions. I could even probably guarantee that the scenery is the exact same as well. I just asked that the whole flow of the game is just the same crap me. Like absolutely nothing going on. Who made this game? Because go around the 5-star this entire thing. I'm not really sure why I would have when I already played it.
The trophies here were exactly the same too. Finish the city, here's the trophy. Piece of cake.
I'm actually quite surprised the game even has trophies, to be honest.
Finish the circus, here's another trophy. Got 5 stars in each circus act. Wow, that's cool, here's another trophy. It's literally the definition of a movie-time game, and what shocked me the most is that on release, this was $40. Adjusted for inflation, this is $56 today, and I feel you get better value for money if you just chuck that $56 in the bin. Paris had at least some location change, but the gameplay loop persisted.
It was almost logical to just make a bunch of levels that were more or less the same. More or less.
Hello?
Her boyfriend.
This is a bad idea.
guaranteed for a limited time.
Over the span of a few console generations, we saw the rise and fall of the licensed movie tie-in game. From the early to late 2000s, basically every big budget movie had an awful and quickly put together tie-in game to milk the audience for a bit of extra money, and somehow it worked. But as we moved into the 2010s, the tie-in space changed from making money printing games in a single year to spending a few years making something pretty good, like Mad Max, or even as of late, making games in the same universe as a film but not tied to a movie release. Today though, instead of looking at modern movie tie-in gems, we will be suffering through some of PS3's most random and honestly pretty awful tie-ins to see whether they were chucked together and pumped out for profit, or if these games tie into the movies better than expected, making them a good use of time. This is Exploring Movie Tie-ins. In the world of animated films, you can't go very far without hearing about our favorite
So I'm just gathering a fucking army?
Shrek as a whole had a pretty good run.
Why are they all so low level?
It was arguably one of the best movies.
You need a fucking saddle? Fuck! Why do you need a fucking saddle for it? Ah, fuck. I need a cave. I'm so cooked.
Only one game ever made it to the PS3. That game being Shrek Forever After. Based on the movie of the same name, it released 3 weeks prior to the movie. Whether this spoils any essential plot lines or not, I guess we'll have to find out. But given that it was published by Activision, I doubt they really. Yeah, it seems like a bit of a mixed bag. XGN said the game is too short and won't be much of an impact, causing you to forget about it almost instantly. But then a review like this one from Game Chronicles states Shrek Forever After is easily the best Shrek game I've ever played on this or any previous generation system. They also gave it a number 2 as well, which, you know, be that it's only 2
Hi guys, Mr. Ruffles will say.
And like how we even put these 2 games in the same
Alright, stay there.
Just how bad or good this Shrek time
You know what?
is. Will it send me to tears like the 9-year-old me experienced at that one scene on the board?
Have a field day.
Will it truly be just another
Kill everything that breathes.
Once upon a time, a long time ago, a king and a queen had a beautiful daughter named Fiona. But she was possessed by a terrible curse. By day, a lovely princess. By night, a hideous ogre.
We drop into the game just after Shrek is signed away the day he was born. A bit of a silly move, but he doesn't read the terms and conditions, which, let's be real, who does?
This is the part where you're supposed to run away. Feels good to be the real me again.
Bit of a weird one, but you can switch to Puss and Fiona right from the tutorial, given that this entire thing is about finding Fiona and sharing a little smooch. I don't really get much of the game. You switched to all of them. Don't care. It only takes a couple minutes of messing about before we pop the first trophy of the game for screaming in this random guy's face to subscribe. Oh yeah, he gave Shrek jiggle physics as well, like what? So like jiggle physics and stuff. I would say that's like top priority of making the game look good, but you know. These bangers that play while I'm knocking out random people really makes me feel like I'm in the middle of the movie. You know in Shrek 1 when he's like,
Can't we just settle this over a pint? No. Come on!
Good being, this was right at home in a Shrek game, and there really was some tunes later on. Ogres were off.
Oh, sure is great to be wanted again.
I'm Shrek, and I wanted my old ogre life back so bad that I actually traded it for a little
It isn't long before we arrive at the ogre camp. This is meant to be a safe space for all the ogres in the universe, given that Rumpelstiltskin wants them dead. In case you haven't seen the movie, I'm about to spoil the intro, so maybe skip ahead. Basically, Fiona's parents hate her ogre side, and this guy promises to free her from that, providing they sign away the entire kingdom of Far, Far Away. An insanely one-sided deal in my opinion, and they were literally 2 milliseconds away from doing so, before Shrek says Fiona. Do you think that Shrek is a This is then where Rumpelstiltskin tricks Shrek into signing away the day he was born, so that technically he was never born in the universe that he saved Fiona in. That's pretty much why he wants to be known as dead in this universe, because if he captures Shrek, he can never find true love's kiss to break the contract. Back to the game now, you'd assume that given this camp is meant to be the top secret hiding spot for all these bright green ogres, it would be hidden a bit better.
Want to join the fight? Fiona says we can use all the help we can get. Fiona? How do you know Fiona?
What do you mean? What do you know? Imagine we beat her like in person.
That without looking at the end. You know what I'm talking about.
That's not Eddie Murphy as a British. This how some random guy.
No, donkey. I mean, I signed a contract with Rumpelstiltskin. You what? You never sign a contract with Rumpelstiltskin. Oh, I must have left it in the swamp. You what?
All right, time to move out. You two coming?
Coming? The swamp, that's great. Sure, we love swamp patrol, don't we, donkey? Oh,
sure. To me, 23 minutes into the game, would it have really been that hard to look behind this cutscene and then just let you players out there? I mean, these sections are kind of cool. One heart left, but Chad, I'm literally about to die.
I say, you are in a fix. Get one of these barrels.
One of these barrels from what? This game has some weird rules to keep me involved, and I think that's down to Shrek as a whole. I loved Shrek growing up, and watching these films to remember the lore for this video just brought me back to being a kid again. After solving a few puzzles and grabbing some collectibles, we arrive at the swamp.
It's our swamp! I don't understand it. Where's my house?
Okay, probably left the inside of it. Still, what is going on?
Wait a minute, donkey, I don't see anything here about an exit clause. I told you there was thinking. Here, let me see that. True love's kiss. Well, Fiona's my true love. That must mean all I have to do is get her to kiss me, and I get my life back.
As much as I'm sat here glazing this game, it's unfortunately time to stop doing that as often, because this marks the point of no return. The game takes a direction that completely avoids the movie, and I just can't ignore the glaring plot holes for seemingly no
Inclusion? Why?
Does and just ruffles some random words of wisdom. The magic mirror says yes.
That's what you get when you sign
I mean, Inglers aren't too bad to kill, except I didn't bring an ocean creature because I'm like fucking delusional, I think, probably.
Well, we're back in the other universe. They just made the game redundant. If we can return to the other universe at any point, why do we even need to find true?
Like, I think there's something wrong with me.
You can argue that this is for gameplay reasons, and to be fair, swapping between the two universes is a pretty cool feature. But at the expense of ruining the entire reason to play the game in the first place, that just makes no sense. Maybe I'm just waffling, but I thought that this was a pretty big oversight from the devs, or should I say, oversight. Speaking of sites, let's take ours from land to sea for today's sponsor, War Thunder. War Thunder is the most comprehensive vehicle combat game ever made, with over 2,500 tanks, planes, ships, and helicopters.
It's all like 5 now.
Realistic graphics and sound effects are placed
It's not that rare.
The battlefield. With over 95 million players across PC, console, and now mobile, you're sure to get into some epic PvP fights while taking in the immersive gameplay and breathtaking views. That is War Thunder. I know what you're thinking, a mobile version of a PC game? Surely not. But it really is just War Thunder in your pocket, and it's something I definitely recommend checking out. Available on both iOS and Android, this version features touchscreen controls, impressive graphics, and a massive multiplayer experience that everyone has grown to love. It's a step further, the base game also runs on the engine, which allows for impressive visuals and high frame rates even on lower end PCs. All this to say that War Thunder is now so accessible, you may as well give it a try and see what you're missing out, given that it's free on every single platform. Whether you're a new player or you haven't played in over 6 months.
Why does he have no health?
You can click my links in the description or pinned comment, get a massive bonus pack that includes 100,000 Silver Lions, multiple premium vehicles, 7 days of premium, and a whole lot more. It's still available for a limited time, so be quick. Thank you to War Thunder for sponsoring the video, and let's get back to Absolute Peak. Moving on, we can solve this puzzle.
Does he seriously not have... Okay, he does take cooked meat. Thank fuck for that.
My opinion is changing this a little bit. It's the same music in the background. It's the same like triple tap X combo that you can't do any other attack. Swamp Sweet.
This basket is for Fiona. All her favorites. 2 boxes of slugs, skunk-scented candle, and coupons! Coupons!
I didn't know they had a name.
You lost the trunk keys? The trunk keys?
Starting Dragon's Keep, this setting has some purpose, being that they do explore the castle in the movie, albeit for a different reason. It seems that the only redeeming quality that has spread throughout are these stupid little
I have to let him get 43 health, and then I can shoot him again.
adding different items can change the color, which then opens the next area.
Like, this is gonna suck.
Awful at the start. I love that.
Wait, Torpor's still raising. Maybe I should just wait a sec. Hold on, Torpor's still raising. Torpor's still raising.
First section of this castle, we are hit with some bangers. Oh, I got banger on.
Wait, he's gonna get knocked out.
Just for this to end and start the next section doing the same stuff. Like that, we're gonna have the same puzzles, same environment, and same fight right at the end with the same music to go along with it. This felt like another way to stretch out the game, almost as if I was playing a mandatory side quest just to grab the tiara at the end. The tiara in question has been stolen by the fairy godmother.
Alright, Granny, hand over the tiara and we'll be on our way.
That's no way. Treat your new queen.
Queen? For the first boss fight of the entire game, this wasn't too bad. It wasn't great. I mean, compared to running about doing the same puzzles for a good 30 minutes, it was a nice change. You don't get to directly attack the fairy godmother here though. I don't really know
I also have to
it makes the fight feel like we're doing a miscellaneous
this fuck.
It works, I guess.
Electrosaurus velour is a carnivorous swimmer that feeds mostly off of shellfish and smallfish. Despite its common name, it is actually a very long knife fish and non-meat. It does not provide much meat, so many predators simply leave it be. Unlike most predators, it does not use brute strength to bring down its prey, but instead releases an electrical charge around itself to knock its prey unconscious. This can take out a small creature. When it comes together, electrophores bring down the larger ocean life forms and then feed as brood. By far the most common use of electrophores is to subdue large ocean creatures. Knocking out a plesiosaur or other giant deep-sea leviathan can be incredibly difficult. Thus, many tribes employ small schools of electrophores to shock them into submission.
Back to the game, the owner wants to save all the yogurts. Along the way, we run into
Yeah, I'm gonna need to go get my basil.
all the bells to this location.
My basilo.
Oh, it's a pretty weird request.
For the
There's no correlation to get the belt.
for the electric force, cause holy fuck.
This results in an almost carbon copy.
That's not gonna be fun.
We're exploring 3 different areas doing the same shit for one simple purpose. At least the setting of Dragon's Keep makes sense though, as this area barely ties into the movie at all and just feels a bit out of place. We got a few trophies here on our fetch quest, like filling the ogre bar to 100%. Oh yeah, we're getting it. Go now, let's do it for some as well. Taking out these skeletons, back to the grave, and eventually returning the last bell of
Anybody in plumbing? Please go to aisle 4.
So you got the DeWalt cordless, your nail gun, DeWalt 410.
Yeah, the trouble is, you leave it in the truck for a while, you need to step up and use the bitch. The battery don't hold up, you know?
Yeah, cordless will do that. You might want to consider the powder-actuated tool. The Hilti DX460MX or the Simpson PTP. These two are my Cadillacs. Everything else on this board is second best. It's hard to say. Are you contracting or just doing some work around the house?
No, we work all over.
Full time?
No, we had about 5 jobs last month.
At that rate, the cost of the powder-actuated guns justifies itself.
Your guess is as good as mine as to what Activision were cooking up at this point, because we may as well just be playing any old trap game. What started off as a pretty strong tie-in, in all fairness, has kind of stopped trying. Look, the game's not terrible, but it's almost like they assumed that no one was going to make it past the first hour of the game. It only gets less and less tied into the movie as we carry on. The best thing about this area is that they introduce a new song into the fight mix, and it is a certified banger.
Some things in life are meant to be heard, but talking about ED doesn't have to be one of them. Call Enhanced Wellness.
Tax Act doesn't care which tax filing software you've used in the past. Let's get them over with.
Everything I love about Welch's fruit snacks, now with no artificial dyes. A snack parents can feel good about, and kids can't get enough of. Welch's fruit snacks, made with real fruit and without artificial dyes.
Mysteries, mechanics, he forged the evidence himself.
Last night, something happened to our shepherd. He
No matter. You fuck me up. I'll do my best to figure it out.
There we go. Doing every time. That's the Shrek line. Always have to get me. It's amazing. This guy right here.
Why would I? Hold on. Why am I waiting on that Quetzal? Why don't I just tame it now?
This food can force anyone to dance, and he gets hired by Rumpelstiltskin
Where is it?
to capture the ogres by playing
Is
this
it around
tune
here?
right here.
Could have sworn.
In the game though, they've taken the only feature that made him feel unbeatable in the first place and essentially turned him into a mobster. It's clear that he has no power to force ogres to do anything, and I mean, at that point, they've really just chucked him in so that it feels like we're still on par with the movie.
Thanks. I owe you one.
No worries, bro. What's you guys even running?
Hey, you did it! I'm free! Not yet, you're not.
Yeah, you're not. We do put a trophy for defeating an enemy as each character in a fight. There you go, team track. Let's go! For running into Pied Piper once again. Oh, now we're actually fighting. Just gearing up to be one of the best fights. Yeah, resulted in me standing still for half of it. The fight here. Taking out the same few enemies that spawn in again and again, while also trying to hit these switches to deal some damage to the boss. I'll give the game some credit for actually using this food to get the mice moving, but again, this entire thing feels so downplayed, since he could technically play his food right now and stop us from doing anything.
Oh yeah, that's how it's done. Oh, good.
What? I should just be heading as well, no question.
You're pretty good back there.
Really?
Really?
But they do kiss, but it's like, no, okay, they're going. They do kiss, but it's not like,
Shrek? Nothing's happening.
Hey, right here, you want to actually be in love with Shrek for its worth, not just in life with them.
whoa.
You again? We're on to your little game.
No, Shrek, you gotta believe me. It was Rumpel, no chance. He made me do it.
Oh well, it beats walking. All right, you, get pedaling.
What is this? What kind of storytelling is going on? This mission is the furthest thing they could have done from anything to do with the movie. Like the village, sure, catacombs, you're kind of pushing it, but a big open section on a makeshift boat with Pinocchio as the driver, while being targeted by a random pirate crew and dealing with crabs. Like, what are we even doing here? Now, I will say, I actually kind of get this section. You can sail about, dock up on any island, and grab a few collectibles along the way. It's definitely the most ambitious and out there mission we've played so far. But again, how are we relating this back to the movie? The steering controls here are also terrible, and I'm puzzled as to how they even made it past the testing phase, if there even was one to begin with. You steer by moving your character in the direction you want to go, which is already weird enough, but then you get raided by crabs and the game still detects your movement as steering while trying to fight for your life. Sometimes I kind of think to myself that I could be playing anything, bro. Death Stranding 2 just come out and I'm just playing Shrek forever. The big pirate ship in the middle is blocking our path. We need to visit different islands to free the anchors from the ground. It is essentially the same stuff as the other missions, but since it was pretty open and free flowing, it wasn't as bad as the others. And so it wasn't that hard for me to run with the stuff trophies once and for all. That was low stuff. Oh, that was it. That was it. It's like a 3-hit boss or something. It wasn't hard, it was just boring me, and that just ends like that. It's just such a filler mission, that what really ended up being. I feel like this point, the game has stopped trying.
Dub.
It turns out, he wanted to try even harder, to give up. When returning back to the camp, they don't even let us know what the next mission is. And instead, just give us a little camera pan to the boat. They don't even tell us like where we're going. It's just like, yeah, over there. After speaking to the absolute shopkeeper and upgrading some skills, we visit this boat from the camera pan just to get teleported into the castle.
Oh yeah, we could do that real quick.
Skip the entire sail of the scene, I guess.
Break down those
Tame the manta.
You're gonna need some help.
Now all I have to do is find them, which they are extra.
Progress into the main area. The main area is a deserted castle and is only guarded by maybe 10 witches max. We are told that in order to make it past the witches,
With a bag, with a bag, with a bag.
and I guess the only way to do this is by matching up different colors, and then the witch that likes that color goes down. And
Oh my lord!
Like, oh, my favorite color is purple, so as soon as I see purple, I'm gonna run away and boogie down.
Ah, son of a bitch!
Doing this a few times in different areas, the witches are no longer a problem. We get to meet Rumpelstiltskin for the first time.
Where's the other bag at? It's fine.
What is it with this game? There's nothing added up, but how are we just in his little room and now we're back here? They must have made the cutscenes first and just built the game around it, and then run out of time because it's probably a boss fight now.
You'll never get your contract back! Never! Stand for me! Never, never, never!
But we don't actually face him. He just stands there watching, probably turning his toes like she does in the movie. The witches come in waves, and although we can slowly progress through the castle, we're just repeating this witch fight over and over and over again. I don't know if we actually have to fight him, or if it's going to be like that Piper guy. The game just ends, you know what I mean? The same story is true, and we end up reaching the throne room as well. While Rumpelstiltskin floats about the room in his boat, we are stuck fighting a stupid amount of enemies with the same player models and repeating the same dialogue for like 20 minutes straight. This can't be the boss fight, there's no way. The last like 10 minutes has just been this. And maybe I was waffling yet, but it feels like the game has just gone downhill. Like, right, I would say that the start was pretty close to the story. Now it's really starting to show its true colours. Maybe rush. I don't really know what's going on, but like this is just such a half-assed boss fight. Just spamming X is all I can do. We don't know. I just can't think of any reason as to why you built the game up to this very moment and then have it play out in this way. It's this, and then that's the final fight of the game. 10 out of 10 time experience. It's not Shrek.
But I still win. The time is up. Oh no, it isn't.
I'm dead. I'm fucking dead. There's no way they've done Shrek like that.
No matter what, I can love because of you. It's my best to think that
With that over, it's time for the cleanup. There's 13 trophies now, and it's essentially just a repeat of the entire game. I'm not a big fan of how they went about this, because replaying missions actually means replaying missions. The enemies respawn, the puzzles need completing once again, and it's just another way of forcing the player to waste a lot of time. Another trophy type here is related to the card feature in the game. As you progress through the levels, you might stumble across a weird inflection like this. The game does a very bad job letting the player know that these are even for club in the first place, so if you do manage to figure it out, you basically got a trophy on every single one. The game auto saves it to 7%, so Ogre, Outpost. Okay, so you haven't got Swamp complete. I did though recently, yesterday, I did the 4,000 posts about how long it's taken, you know, the burnout slow. Yeah, there's a thought for me like taking a break and not burning myself out was an insane one. Thank you guys for that. I know I still need to get stuff done obviously, like I do still have a time limit, but just that you guys are so understanding. It's just like way less stress on me personally to stay up late, grind myself like endlessly to get stuff done. Which I think will get mayhem. Getting very close to 100% on this one as well. 100%, let's go. I won't bore you guys with the entire cleanup run. It was essentially me just sat in for a few hours, following a guide and watching YouTube. It was long before the final 100% was upon us. This could potentially be the last one. Rumple's Palace complete, which means the only level left to 100% is the ogre camp. So we're basically done, which is lovely to know. Yeah, this might actually be the end of the game, unless it's fine from the shop camps as the 100%. So there we go, and it's saving too. This could be the plot. This actually could be the plot. The shop is great. That's for everything in the shop. No. Oh, it is. Okay. Ogre camp complete. True loves kid.
Did you know Omni-Man's real name isn't Nolan in the comics? After Mars reunites with his father on Thraxa, he explains his full name is actually pronounced Nolan, but he just changed the pronunciation and took on the last name Reset while on Earth to better fit in.
There's a lot that needs to be done for this to ever be perfect, but it's one of those games I would have definitely played as a kid back in the day. In 1963, Where the Wild Things Are released final release of Sender. Originally, the book was censored in US schools as its themes were deemed to be too dark and emotional for young readers. But over time, people realized that children need these stories to express their emotions instead of hiding them. And in the 60 years since, it sold 20 million copies, making it one of the highest selling children's books ever. So when the live action adaptation came out in 2009, you'd assume the target audience would be children, given the fact that it's a children's book. But the film chose to explore the darker tones of the story with some oddly disturbing scenes that made it more suitable for adults rather than its core audience.
Don't say that!
After its theatrical run, it ended up making a grand total of $140,096 on a $100 million budget. Whether this is due to the marketing, the weird arm ripping scene, or just because of how these guys look, I guess we'll never know.
$100 million budget. Holy ass.
While I personally didn't play this one as a kid, it seems I didn't really miss out on much, with Level 7 stating this is just a typical movie license game aimed at kids with parents who don't know better, and the official Xbox magazine calling it Where the Wild Things Are. So will this game turn out to be the perfect tie-in within the era of pointless cash grabs, or is it truly as mid as everyone seems to believe? Where the Wild Things Are. I kind of know what to expect because I just watched the movie, but from watching this little thing here, this little preview, this doesn't happen in the movie. So I don't really know what the plan was here. We start the game.
Chips.
You just got text now. The only phone service with unlimited talking text plus data for essential apps. It's free.
Bug. Fuck a bug. Bugging. Fuck a bug. Fuck a bug. Fuck a bug. Fuck a bug. Oliver.
The game by putting up to an island on a boat, and already this is heavily expecting the player to have seen the movie beforehand, like Shrek did. The movie really delves into household issues and emotions from Max's POV, and is mainly why he decides to run off in the middle of the night, hop on a boat, and sail to this island. All of that is kind of ignored here, though, as we grab our first collectible and hit these bushes to meet the bull. I mean, it doesn't really look like the guy from the movie, to be fair. Let's just blame that on PS3 limitations. We'll say, though, if this is the entire game, we are just doing this. Yeah. Reward and not in village. Okay. It just spoiled the game for me, like what village mean? There's a reward for you coming up. For an introduction to the game, this is pretty boring, but when it really boils down to it, we're following this guy for 15 minutes straight with no context at all. Damn, we really are in the middle of the obscure lore of where the wild things are. There's no dialogue, no cutscenes and then forcing us to hit these fireflies for literally no reason. The combat is okay at best, and when this guy is constantly hitting the hives, forcing us into more combat sections, it just felt like it was going on forever. I'm 22 minutes in, right? I would not say this game is hooking me the slightest. I don't want to judge too early, Johnny. I can kind of sense this is just going to be the entire game. I can already have to. And it's not like there's even a challenge here either. Every single combat section is like a good hero-style game. It was almost at a point where I played for so long with no trophy, picking up the disc and never touching it again was 5 seconds away from reality. But then it happened. Oh, friend of the bug. Let's look it. We gotta figure out what the wild things are. Gymnast. Oh, shit. No way. Follow the pool. Okay, so we missed 2 skulls. That's great. Uh-oh. I really hope we got dialogue in this one. I think without dialogue, it's really going to be a lot of course. Go from a nice rendered cutscene like this one back to the game, it's almost like a jump scare.
Next, you'll be crowning him king.
No, he's too small to be king.
Listen, if he fails, then we can eat him.
This absolute legend right here is Carol, and although we've just met, she already knows our name and is happy to make us king. This decision is a very fast one, and it's made even faster because they decided to skip over half the movie. And then, not even 5 seconds later, decide to skip over the rest. These houses being built before Max even arrives is essentially it. Like, that is the rest of the movie. And we're, what, 30 minutes into the game? You might argue that they wanted to expand the universe, show a new story, and give a reason to actually play the game. That would be cool if it was the case. Instead, we are left with a hub area called the Village, which is arguably the only thing that relates back to the movie, and then a bunch of random missions with stories sprinkled in every so often. Well, I've got the option to dance back here. Hey, what is this camera angle? It's like the camera gets trapped. Okay, that is... I spent a few minutes running about here, grabbing collectibles and just exploring, eventually finding 25 seeds for a trophy. Friendo Judith. It wasn't long before I decided to get on to the 9, already having a pretty kid.
That's why the other built might be.
Play out. Thoughts on the game so far? It's not really following the movie the way I thought it would. Gameplay wise though, I've only played one mission, but from that mission and this little village hub thing alone, I'm gonna say it's just gonna be walking around aimlessly around levels trying to get collectibles and just doing nothing. And after waking up the next day, my fears were correct. While this time we're following Carol, the environment, the collectible hunting, and the repetitive combat was just as painful as when we were following the bull. It wasn't all bad though, as we managed to fill up the heart meter to gain an extra heart for the remainder of the game. Oh, Jack of Hearts. What have I done to you, maybe no. And then grab 25 hearts for the trophy of Carol.
Something strange has happened.
Speaking of Carol, the next section has us doing this weird subway surface level while we're riding on his back. And I mean, what are we actually looking at? What am I doing? Oh, I missed it. Is the entire game just collectible? Is that it? No way you can start Castlevania. Oh my god. I think I got sick with that shit. It's just so out of place. Like, I feel I've played enough slots to tell the difference between good bad games and actual bad games. And to me, this goes as though the idea was already set in stone, regardless of we reach the end of the level, and it shows this portal which leads Carol to say,
No, man, stop. At least to nowhere. If you go in there, you'll never come back. Come on.
And that's literally it. Half an hour grabbing collectibles and riding on Carol's back, just for it to end and have us spawn back at the village. Oh, why did you just dance? Dance again. Hit the gritty, bro. Alexander and Douglas aren't convinced that we're worthy of becoming king and want to give us a challenge. The challenging question though is the combat sections while they both help us through the forest. They're trialing us to see if we're fit to be king, but then they're actively helping us. like do so? And how are they going to come to the conclusion that we're better than King? I felt this a lot on the last mission too. I mean, technically, if we can get on Carol's back while he's sliding, jumping, and doing anything he wants, why are we then having to do all this random crap when he can just jump over with ease? What I'm getting at here is that the game is really just a big nothing burger as opposed to 90% of the stuff we're doing as a single chance in the game won't let us do. Almost starting to feel like I'm forcing myself through the game, which is never a good sign. Alexander and Douglas have one final challenge, and they make us finish this on our own. This isn't the only thing finishing.
Most players fail this tame the first time. Here's how to get your Equus without getting kicked.
Your guess is as good as mine when trying to explain what the stuff is or
Step
where it's
1.
even come
Prep.
from. Since
You'll
the
need
game
rock
lets us
carrots.
know absolutely nothing. We're introduced to a new enemy type here, and after taking them out, Douglas breaks through the wall, genuinely surprised that we didn't just die to their final challenge.
You survived, huh? Alexander's gonna be so
Find
disappointed.
any creatures on location by using the habitat map on the arc plan.
I say that this is the final nail in the coffin when it comes to any story relating back to the movie. It kind of died off rip, but now the goo has entered the village and becomes the main focus of the story. Since it's the first time Carol's heard of the goo, he's determined to find the source. So we hop on our boat to sail the river. The same river, by the way, that Carol completely skips over and ends up on the other side, acting like nothing ever happened. This is going on for way too long. Way too long. My attention was left maybe like 5 minutes ago. Even if I wanted to get immersed in the game, I just can't get my head around why they would show you that you can jump on this guy's back, but then you spend the entire level just chasing after him and doing all this unnecessary stuff when you could just jump on his back now, theoretically, and, you know, basically skip the entire game. After crying my way through this section, we're introduced to the worst thing this game does. Basically, this venom goo traps the wild things and you're forced to attack all the little guys to free them while simultaneously hitting the strands so that they don't get sucked into the void. It's multitask out, and it only gets worse due to how frequently they end up spamming this exact same thing with more enemies every time. I fucking hate this game. Oh. Bros hit the Superman lander.
What is that stuff? It's everywhere. We should warn the others.
Dying in the village, stay. I'm dealing with this shit,
I will not allow Max to be my king.
But Carol thinks he's worthy.
I don't care what Carol thinks.
Thanks. We were just talking about you. We think you should leave.
Yeah, you're becoming a big problem. No, he's not. Leave him alone. You know what I always say? Judith, don't you dare. If you have a problem, just eat it. It tastes awful. Let's just get rid of him. Don't.
At what point do we sit here and collectively agree that this story makes zero sense? Why are we getting eaten alive, spat back out, and then kicked off the side of a cliff over potentially being king? The only person that doesn't want us dead is KW, but just as she comes to save us, guess what happens?
Max, you're safe.
See, again, it's just the same venom thing. What is that? Why can't I jump over them? I'm literally trying to think of
I'm going down!
Oh, I can't get to you. The cleaner. What a fucking shot. Along our escape from Douglas and Judith, we got the trophy demolitionist, taking out 5 fireflies with a single bomb. Popping loads of trophies now. Oh, King of Hearts as well.
Well, I need one.
Look out! Leave him alone!
Douglas and Judith end up being trapped in the venom goo, and it's funny that now they're the ones about to die. It's our job to save them, but they can kick us off a cliff with no repercussions whatsoever. Like we have to save them for doing the same shit I've done this entire game. Hey. After freeing them, we are jumped by this guy. You'd think, given the fact I just saved them after the countless murder attempts, they'd want to jump in and repay the favor. But no, they will just stand there watching me fight this guy one-on-one. Oh wait, just sit there and I gotta fight this guy. Portal right behind you. What are we doing?
Where are we? I don't like is this?
Stonehenge. She's licking the rock. Where are we? I'm led to believe these guys have no clue how we got here, what nowhere is, and how to escape. So much so that I don't think the devs have figured out a way to showcase their escape and decided to skip the entire thing instead. How are you gonna put us in a random location? It's not even in the movie. Max, get us out of here, and then that's just it. They don't explain how we got out of this random place. And now we're king. Okay, I'm sick.
What do we do now?
That's why we have a king, to tell us what to do.
Max, give us your first royal command. Let the wild trumpet start!
It's taken us half the game to finally get some genuine story, and in a world where anything is possible, they chose to have the moon fall out of the sky.
The moon is falling? We haven't told you.
The moon is falling. Carl isn't instantly on board with this whole thing, but then suddenly clocks the moon and locks in.
The moon is falling! It's gonna smash the island apart! Calm down, Douglas. That's not possible. You don't believe me? Ask the king. The moon's falling? Wait, is that true? This isn't good. Douglas is right, Max. The moon will pull this island apart. Soon, we won't have a home. Wait, I have an idea. If you go, we can go too.
Where
Thanks for your help.
are the equises? The equises on this fucking map.
There's only so much genuinely dreadful gameplay you can take before you start to tweak out and wonder where you
Like,
started in the first place.
are they real?
Definitely reaching a break. Send help, please. Look at mystery though, and I'm dead probably. Yeah. He's got a turning radius of like slow. Look at this shit, man. I'm impressed that's me. Full moon up.
Hold on tight. Yeah!
They didn't logically think this game through. He just jumped all the way to that tree, I think. Look at him fucking jump. Look at that. Huge ass jump. Like, what is the point of me playing this game? This piggyback ride is our way of reaching this random tree in the middle of nowhere to scout the area for an island. The same island that is supposed to help us avoid the impact of a massive space rock. It just annoys me too that they don't even fucking help. What do we do all that for?
It doesn't seem too far. Let's go tell the others.
Yeah.
72.
Now that we've found this magic item to avoid the moon, we need another boat. The one we have before isn't big enough to get everyone across, so Judith mentioned she's got one lying about. A cool suggestion if you didn't take an entire mission to get there while also dealing with more traps. Holy fuck, first dive. Oh my god. No! Wow, I mean, she fell down there. She's got to be dead, right? Nah, she probably just spawns back in somewhere. Yeah. Oh, not again. This is like the worst part about the game. This lasts for so long too. Like, what the fuck am I playing? There's no they just lowered that boat in like a full stream of water like that and just prayed that it just.
Alright, so I'm losing rockets like a bitch right now. So this Equus really needs to show up.
Nose up.
I'm just losing my hard-earned carrots for no reason. So this horse can spawn anywhere on this island, to my knowledge. I just don't. It just like it's not showing up anywhere.
You could almost reach up and touch it.
2 parasaurs, Carby, Raptor. Like, where is the Equus?
Blame the guy because it sounds like a pretty stupid idea. If you really think about it from
eBay, as always. Let me guess.
What? Where's the fucking Equus?
Just let me take a quick recorded statement. Don't get a recorded statement.
It's not fucking real.
Take and destroy your case. We deal with the insurance companies for you.
I mean, okay, it's very uncommon. That's why I'm not seeing it.
Enjoy ATL responsibly.
Welcome to Cane's. It's Luke Bryan. What can I get you? Today I'm raising funds with Raising Cane's and my buddy Todd Graves for the Brett Boyer Foundation. Great food and a great cause. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers and the Brett Boyer Foundation. One love.
For more than 5 seconds. All this extra work trying to get up there is basically a waste of time. And I guess Alexander sees that and decides.
Yeah, the Equus is pretty uncommon. Like on the island, I've only seen like 5 to 10.
Each time we get close to reaching him, he goes off and
No, that I can tame it. I just can't find it. 47 to what?
70% of this game has been
69. Okay.
With a few story cutscenes here and there. I found myself getting into it, and then I kind of found myself realizing that it's just pointless.
Huh.
Where is he going? How is he down there? Oh yeah, and when we do find Alexander, he's chilling in this underground space section like the boy from Minecraft. No explanation as to how this even exists, and even less as to how a giant goat managed to parkour his way over all of these pipes to reach the house.
Hey, Max. Sorry for running. I just got scared.
I just ran to the edge of
This
this.
is my favorite spot. I just wanted one last look.
With Venom going crazy all over the island, we decide it's now or never to start our journey to the moon. This is a pretty niche reference, but it kind of reminds me of that final section in Fable 3 where everything is covered in darkness. I hope some of you get this actually, because that game is so fucking peak. The final mission though, is not so peak. It's the worst part of this entire game, and it's probably the reason I hate this game as much as I do. Oh, this shit again. I'm actually about to weak. Just like that. The venom traps are endless here. I kid you not, every single stupid corner you turn, the game is chucking these guys into a trap. I fucking hate this game. I actually hate this game. This is awful, man. Don't. Oh my god. No. Just the same thing all the time. I'm just getting trapped every single fucking second. Like any possibility they can, I'm actually crashing out. How long can you realistically go on for? You're literally long enough. If I let both these guys die, that should be a trophy, actually. Worst thing ever. Worst game ever. After this long and skippable fight to save Carol, we had done it. The traps had been busted and the moon was in sight.
You can make it, King! Jump, Max! Jump!
I really just want to spawn one in.
Powers in this one. In the movie, there's no powers. The plan is so OP, it's complete. They will not get on the story. There you go then, game is complete. With the game wrapped up, it was time to see how the cleanup would work. Was it going to save everything I had done during the levels, or would I be forced to repeat everything just to find the last few collectibles in each one? I mean, you can probably guess which one I ended up doing. While replaying the entire game, I decided to target the miscellaneous trophies like 15 kills without being hit, completing a sailing mission without crashing, oh, that's the trophy for all of them. There you go, real estate mogul. Mogul. And also beating this stupid Carol section without failing as well. Don't think I crashed, unless it counts like hitting the sides of the walls and stuff. Nice, let's go. 8 of the remaining trophies are tied to collecting everything in the game, and if I'm being honest, it was so fucking boring. I'm sure if I skip through the hours of footage I clipped, there might be the odd funny moment or two hidden between, well, this. But to save my own sanity doing that, here is me, right at the end, in the village, finding the last few collectibles for these 3.
Holy fuck!
From the movie, although in the movie, his house example, whatever this you call this.
Oh hell no!
Desert and stuff. Potentially this is the last crystal thing.
Oh hell no!
There we go.
Where the fuck are the Equises on this fucking map? It's like they don't fucking exist.
Oh, there's the seed. I just don't know whether that's
4722, my fucking god.
the only way to reach it.
I'm gonna crash out.
Only 3 trophies remain now, and they were all for doing pretty simple but random stuff with the wild things. Pause. One for starting a fight. Blast houses. Yeah, that last star, that was stupid. I didn't even know you could climb trees like that. Another for causing a few of them to sneeze. Oh, there we go. Did it. Finally, to get rid of this game for good, ending up as a midnight snack for 3 different wild things. Platinum clip is me getting absolutely destroyed. What a peak game. Yum, 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 yum. Is that it? Or do I need one more? There we go, there we go, there we go. All the trophies awarded. To rate this on the movie time scale, I think it has to go here, purely for the fact that it barely even followed the movie at all, and really was just a random game with a Wild Thing skin slapped on top of it. Not a fun experience, not a great tie-in, and all round, just a pretty mid game. I've never seen the original How to Train Your Dragon trilogy. I know. Ooh. I guess my parents never really cared, and by the time the third one came out, it just wasn't on my radar. But recently, we received the live-action adaptation of the first movie, and trust me when I say that this is actually so peak. But I went in with zero expectations, given how live-action movies usually go, but this was so good. So good, in fact, that I quite literally became the target audience for this thing right here. Released these days before the original movie back in 2010, this ended up with a 51 on Metacritic, which I feel is
47,
the game you're about to see. Looking at the reviews here, Game Reactor said, yet another license yawn fest, where neither missions nor collecting of silly items is any fun at all. And top PlayStation saying this is the video game equivalent of waterboarding. Unless you need tips for training your IRL dragon, stay away. Which is a statement I never thought I'd agree with until experiencing the game for myself. How can a game aimed at children want me to suffer so badly for a platinum? Well, you're about to find out. The game starts out with a little recap as to why it exists in the first place. We are told by Stoic, this guy, that we are celebrating Fool's Day Thursday, a holiday they decided to name after defeating the Red Death. I can't tell if Fool's Day Thursday is an annual tradition or a weekly one, but basically a few Viking groups from all over the land come here to fight in tournaments to be crowned the winner. I guess nothing brings people together more than killing each other for a bit of fun. After Stoic finishes his little speech, we are asked to pick our character.
Be the best Viking win!
I chose Hiccup because I wanted to play through the game with Night Fury, riding around and doing cool missions together. Once loading into
why is it so rare, bro?
The game was about. From the very bad UI
For
to the
fuck's sake.
entering our inventory, it's safe to say we were entering Dookie game territory. We're told we need to enter our house to take care of our dragons.
What was that from? I'm deadass about a switch to a different fucking map where they're actually common, because I'm tired of looking. You know what? That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
I chose to make this guy pink so that he was rocking the sapphire brand like a walking billboard, and started our journey towards this kind of
Hold on, I'll look over here real quick. And then I'm gonna switch to either Ragnarok or Scorched Earth. One of the two. I know they're common as hell on both.
The training camp is exactly how it sounds. It's a place
Probably
dragons by learning
Ragnarok.
Every game has to teach you the in-game mechanics in the simplest way possible. And yeah, this is simple, but it's almost too simple. There's 7 melee and 6 fire tutorials. Each one has 4 tasks inside, and while the first task teaches you a new combo of fire technique, the remaining 3 just repeat the same thing we just did for basically no reason. There's no scenery change, barely any change to the enemies, and all round, it's just a big waste of time. I get teaching us a new skill, but this is so dumb. I'm confused as to what the purpose is. Like, it's just the same fight. It can't be what the game's about. This is literally not what I expected out of it. It isn't often that I watch back these clips and think to myself just how much suffering I could have saved had I realized in this moment that this was basically the entire game. I even had the man himself, Mr. John Callum, in my DMs telling me, and I quote, yeah, How to Train Your Dragon is ass. You're cooked and you'll die of boredom. To which I eventually replied, Madagascar moment. Loki, there's a dragon this morning. The Snot Loud tournament was the first of 5 we attempt to win over the course of the game. With each one, you can do a miscellaneous.
I'm just tired of looking for it. And I'm looking for it for
not dying a single time.
fucking like half an hour at least, 45 minutes.
Same thing, except now the enemies move and we're in a different arena. The combos we had just learned aren't even.
If he says, "Oh yeah,"
how much the game seems to
I'm moving down something, so spot something, bro, like they're not gonna hire me.
First step. So what it seems like is there's 5 tournaments, and that is the entire game. Okay, well, tell you game, I guess. I didn't expect this at all. I don't think I have to watch the movie really to know this stuff and follow the movies, you know what I mean? It's literally a mobile game.
Not gonna lie, I've only seen like 4 equises on this map.
Oh, I'm correct.
2 of them being unicorns, and 3 of them being normal equises.
Oh! Get out of here. 2 trophies.
You got me.
It was
No, the fuck you don't.
the other half of this game, collecting resources. Yeah, while there's no true collectibles here, they do still make you grab random stuff to stretch out the game as much as possible. It's also around this point that we are awarded our
mowing job?
and given access to the wild zone. The wild zone.
I would do a mowing job.
The wild zone. I was hoping when it was saying on the wild zone that we would get to fly the dragon around. I'm guessing arguably a core feature that you would assume would be in the game is intentionally not even in the game. The fish leg tournament is up next, and this, as you can imagine, is nothing new. The enemies do have 2 dragons instead of 1. Not like this really mattered though, as the entire tournament was extremely easy. I figured out that by pushing the enemy all the way to the left or right, you can trap them against an invisible wall and effectively stun lock them. And while I didn't know it yet, this was the start of the best strat in the entire game, and basically the only way I managed to pop the late game trophies. Speaking of trophies, the miscellaneous one here is for winning the tournament without taking care of your dragons. I don't really know how you fail this in the first place because you can only take care of your dragons by quitting the tournament. So I don't really know. That is an insane combo. Okay, it's triple square. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's crazy.
Choose your next opponent. Come on, let's move on to the next fight. Choose your next opponent. Choose your next opponent.
Shut up. Choose your next opponent. He's just fucking blocking every single one of my shots. Oh, in great shape. I should get 2 trophies.
It looks as if the stable doors were left open, yet dragons escaped.
No! No, my dragon! It turns out the game does this to introduce us to the wild fights, and for something that sounds pretty cool, it's more or less the same shit we've already done with a new background. We did get a new dragon for winning the tournament, but it's not really enough to change the repetitiveness of what is going on. My thoughts on this game are pretty much the same as where the wild things are. We have a game tied to
I'll have another. Make it a double.
I don't think she's at a resort again.
Yeah, she told me.
When you'd rather not resort.
This desert wasteland was a turning point for health.
It matters where you stay. Book your spring break now. You'll get before you stay.
Tax Act is here to remind you you have to do your taxes. Let's get them over with.
George loved nothing more than reading mystery stories to his sheep.
I know who the killer was.
But now he's the mystery.
George Hardy. It's like everything's an app now. Concert tickets, horoscopes, app que te enseña español. Apps that remind you to stop looking at other apps. App that tells you if it's dark outside. Apps that give you
to a movie that barely follows the movie itself and just does whatever it wants. The village in both games are pretty much the one and only thing that somewhat ties into the movie, and then the rest of the game is like, okay, what are we really doing?
Wait, I didn't download my Survivor though.
While things are, try to whip up their own story, and as a bare minimum, had something going on.
Like I need to download it.
Game modes that all do the exact same thing,
Holy
with a
dumbass.
new background in each one. And if you want to go a step further, dropping this at $49.99 is a genuine scam. But what can we really expect from the Ghosts and License themselves? As it turns out, there is one more area in the game we have yet to explore, the Challenge Cave. Given that our dragons are almost dead, we are required to go there in hopes of getting some and healing items. Now, to be fair, this area isn't the worst thing this game has to offer. It has us doing 5 different mini games with 3 different difficulties in each one. There's a trophy to be obtained here for getting gold on any challenge, which is a lot easier than you might think. The issue is though, well, the bar is already so low. We're playing a game that has had nothing new for the last 2 hours, so of course, a collection of mini games is going to set on fire. Yo, okay, this is what I want from a house game, but the fact that it's kind of tie behind a mini game is kind of a myth. They actually had mad potential here, if you really do think about it. Not like Hogwarts Legacy level, but they could have spanned something like that, do you know what I mean? This is basically just like quick time events. Young competitor, 9,000 points, level 6. There is a few other mini games here, but I imagine you get the point I'm trying to make. It's a lot better than the fighting areas we've been force-fed the entire game. It's not really enough to save the overall grind that the game is going to become. After repeating the ice sculpting mini game for longer than I'd like to admit, we finally had enough healing items to go into the third tournament. Just love the pizza in the oven. Let's see if I can get this tournament done before the pizza's done. About 12 minutes, and nice little banging from the little as well. The miscellaneous trophy type for this one is to win the entire thing, always fighting the lowest rated player. You don't really get what this means because I didn't either. The tournaments are on a point-based system. Each enemy you take out will reward you with 15 points, and then take 15 points away from the enemy that loses. The system is fine, but if someone takes off this trophy, it makes earning it an extremely tedious process. Out with 300 points. For the boss to be classed as the lowest rated player, we need 250 points so that we can be just underneath it, which means at an absolute minimum, we are forced to play 17 matches in this tournament just to get a shot at taking down Taffnut himself. With each battle usually lasting 2 minutes per dragon, and the enemies having 3 dragons now, we're talking like an hour straight of just this. Back and forth, more combat and fighting with nobody around to save me. Yeah, it seems a lot of these trophies is like collect 200 do this, you know, do this, do that. It just feels like it's very padded out. Apparently the entire time was 25 hours. Why flesh out with platinum? And like, I doubt trophy engine is that big of a deal for children. It's just a weird decision. I don't know, maybe on somebody else and just bash it out. I'm just spamming triangle and I'm not even watching the game, and it's hurting my finger now. It feels like it's going.
There we go.
I still have probably like half hour, 40 minutes left.
Fucking bitch.
I don't understand how these games ever get past.
Wait, it won't count though.
Higher ups and DreamWorks.
No.
Yeah, we got Blade coming out. We're pretty excited for this one. You know, it would be good if we tried in a lovely PS3 game with it. I just died. I'm still alive.
I didn't even take the carrots with me.
Mentions the use of the deadly nadder, specifically for this triangle attack. So when it died, I was stressing about using the game. It turns out Night Fury is the better dragon, and it took this death to finally figure it out. I feel like I'm constantly stunning them. The blocking is the only problem. There you go. That's the if they block, then stun them. That's the only issue, I think. Yes. That was like a good hour and a half of time wasted. Peak game. But by the time we approached the next tournament, things were already starting to fall apart. The stun method with Night Fury became less and less effective. Since the AI is able to block the final hit, the deadly nadder triangle method also stopped being as effective too, as the enemies start pushing up towards you between hits, eventually being too close and just going ham on your health. It was around this point that the game started pulling that favoritism towards the AI as well, due to how often their attacks would work instead of yours, even if you both attack at the same time. If you're going for a stun combo, you need to hit a few times before landing the final blow, which would be a stun. What the AI does though is attack you mid-combo and cancel this stun. Can you do the same back? Well, of course not. Okay, so we are getting smoked in that one. It just seems like what I said before, where the game just prioritizes their attacks. I guess that there's a certain level above you. The game's coded to where you shouldn't be able to win. Like, I just won that fight, but it was down to my last dragon. The dragons aren't good past the 2 I have. Instead of blaming the game for being shit, I thought it might have been.
Sorry for the late call. If you are interested in it, Saturday, well, Friday when they get back, this weekend they're mowing all 3 cemeteries in Floyd. So like the one that's out towards Tyson's house, the one that's right there behind the ball diamonds, and then they have the Mayetta Cemetery. Do you know to work a weed eater?
Yes.
Yeah, that's probably what they would have you do is weed eat around all the tombstones, the headstones. When I did it back in the day, I got like $100 for each cemetery. don't know what it's like now, but I mean, I can get those details for you if you would be interested in doing that. It'd be cemeteries. I mean, when you get closer to Memorial Day, it's like every week. But other than that, they try to do them like every 2 weeks. But if that's something you would want to do just for some side money, I mean, just let me know. I mean, Patsy's house is in town. It's not very big. You just always push mow it and weed eat. That's pretty much it. Blow off the sidewalk with a weed blower. But if that's something that you would want to do, I could meet you up there with the lawnmower and stuff, because you would use our push mower and weed eater and everything, so.
Oh yeah, seems pretty easy.
But as long as you don't have very bad back problems when it comes to weed eating tombstones, because Mayetta isn't that big. I mean, it's not like Topeka's cemetery, but I mean, it's a pretty decent sized one. There's probably at least 100 headstones that you gotta weed eat around. You can't weed eat fucking flowers, which that's my biggest problem. I always fucking hit flowers, piss people off, but you know, whatever. But just something. So I didn't know if you'd want that or not, but figured. So
Yeah, maybe.
What'd you say?
Said maybe.
Because, I mean, I figured you know how to work a fucking mower. I mean, you're not that fucking helpless, so.
Yeah.
Especially a push mower. I mean, you know how to do a zero turn too, but.
Yeah.
But just let me know so I can let you. I don't know if you would know. Your mom would probably know him, but you probably don't know him personally. Penny Hageman. She used to be the lunch lady in the middle school. But
I don't remember that.
So
Who that is?
So just let me know if you would want to do that. I'll let her know. Give her your phone number, and then she'll contact you or whatever. So.
Okay.
But. Alright. So you did get ascended?
Yeah.
Why don't you play it then? Because it always shows that you're playing Ark Evolved.
Cause I'm on the Evolved grind. I don't know. I'm just enjoying this game right now, so I'm playing it.
Is there a difference between Evolved and Ascended besides better graphics? Or is there a whole new DLC fucking packs and everything for Ascended?
There's some like new dinos and stuff.
Oh. Because you can do PvP, or you can do PvE on Ascended too, can't you? Or do you have to only do servers? Public.
You can do either or.
Oh. Because I need to get it before the 18th. The deal ends the 18th, and I ain't fucking paying $44 for that shit.
Yeah, that's why I got it, because I snagged it for $10.
Yeah. So.
I don't even know if my computer can run it though, so I wouldn't like get your hopes up about it.
What about it? What?
My computer? I don't know if my computer's gonna be able to run it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right, I forgot that one there. You had to have like a really good graphics card.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder, yeah. Have you even tried to boot it?
No.
No. Because Garrett's got your graphics card and you have his, or he has yours, right? Or is it ass backwards?
No, I have his.
Oh, okay. God damn it, there's a cop right here. Not that it really matters that I have my phone. I don't know if you can get pulled over for having your fucking phone up to your ear, but whatever. We'll find out.
Definitely. The fuck? The love. You really want to play PvP?
Alright, sorry. I put my phone down as I passed the cop, so. I don't think you can get pulled over with it up against your head. Maybe if you were like staring at it, but like, I don't know, so why the fuck you get pulled over with it up against your head.
Oh my god.
Dude, you just been on that fucking grind, huh? Every day I get home and look and see who's on Discord. You're always on.
Yeah.
How long have you been staying up for? Until like 4 or 3?
Yeah.
God damn, buddy.
Whatever.
I went to bed early. Dude, I fucking felt great today, dude. I fucking went to bed at 5 this morning. Woke up at 1. Got around and get some shit done. Played a game of Seeds with Zeta and fucking went to work. I felt fucking great today. I'd start getting up earlier instead of sleeping for 10 fucking hours. I wake up at fucking 3 o'clock and I have to go straight to work and I just want to kill myself. But yeah, I don't know. But alright, well, just let me know if you're interested in it and want some money, so.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, talk to you later.
Yeah, talk to you later.
Down to the level of my dragons and returned back to the training camp. This was arguably the worst idea I could have done because it showed me the true reality of this trophy right here. To reach level 25 on each dragon, you're required to 100% this camp alongside the challenge camp and a few others. Not only would I be in for a shock, but this training camp experience as a whole would
fucking god.
to get me dreading that all-stars trophy.
Ass.
How have you sat in a design room, looked at this gameplay and been like, yeah, absolutely fucking fire? Because it's just shit. It will be bad enough if I had to do that once, but it's not the same stupid challenges 4 times over with basically no variation other than the fact that the enemy just has a bit more health. And you know what's worse? I then have to repeat all of this again. The exact same challenges too, by the way, on every single stupid dragon to get to level 25.
This isn't even the right character.
One dragon done. Level 16 is what I got to. 10 more tutorials. Oh, weapons master. Essentially what this means, right, is I have to do what was potentially like an hour to an hour and a half